First time. First time. First time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Ciderhaus. Ciderhaus rules. Another Thursday edition. I apologize. I'll get it right off the bat. I was not here on Tuesday. That is on me. I will do better. Next time I will make sure the pipe does not freeze in my basement and it does not flood. Until then, we are still joined by the one, the only, John Ward. Welcome in, John Ward. John Ward, what are you doing? Let me turn your microphone up. There you go. Oh, that one. How about that? There we go. Now we're good.
We're good? We're good?
We're good. Do it live.
You're going to need to click my mic and then turn
you.
up like before. But, yo, what's going on, chat? Yeah, I've been sick as... Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Been sick as absolute balls. Still am a little bit, but it is good to be here. Good to be getting Ciderhaus going. We're starting the year. Back to the future. That's all I got.
That is correct. The Ciderhaus Rules is a 1985 novel by American writer John Irving. And the title refers to a list of rules of work you're supposed to follow. However, none of them can read, thus remain unaware of the rules. And now I see him coming in here. How we doing, Mr. Jack Kettner?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me? Sorry.
I can't. I see you're going
Dude,
through
we had
it.
the same. We had issues on our end, too.
Yeah, that just seems to be how it goes nowadays, huh?
I guess he's not so fully with us. What's going on, chat? I see Marie LaRue. I see Laughing Dog. Let's fucking go, world champions. What's going on, Chronic? There it is. Reminder that Ciderhaus has its own channel now, which I never reads on his notes. I even put it in red this time. CIDERHAUS show, SHOW, on YouTube and Twitter. We get a certain number of subscribers over there. We can start doing some cool stuff over there. So I think it's like 500, and we're at 125. So
if we get to 1,000 subscribers tonight on Ciderhaus, then I'll have the same goal as I did last time. I said if we got 1,000 chats, I would personally.
What's up, Moonchild? I see you. I see you, Robert Whaley.
Yeah.
I said I would.
Oh yeah, Mihai, can you put up the screen on my end?
Yeah, I got you. I said I would personally walk a bucket of water to California if we got 1,000 super chats. So if we get 1,000 subscribers tonight on Ciderhaus, same deal stands.
Hey, you got auto clicked on super chats because that might need to be clicked again.
Yeah, I did it again. Let's see.
What's going on, Jay? Who else did I miss in there?
Bring it back up.
Moonchild. Moonchild is as OG a world champion as world champions get. Been with us for a long time. I guess that Moonchild, you've reminded me, if you're in the Gilded, we've sort of transitioned that over to X. There's like a private X community for 3cc. It's just too many tabs I'm keeping on different things going on. And so if you mosey your way on over there, we'll get you your moderator status and all that fun stuff. What are we talking about today, gentlemen?
Program, huh?
Oh, we're going to be talking about Trump. That's going to be the primary thing we're going to be talking about.
It looks like we're talking about 2025.
Yeah, now we get to enable,
2025,
we get to enact Project 2025 now that we won. We can tell.
Kahina, Kabiche, what's going on?
And Jack, what was it? Right before we got on my way here, I saw that Trump signed the executive order releasing the JFK files.
Ooh, yeah. Well, start from most recent and go backwards.
I have a current live feed of the CIA headquarters as we speak.
No one is coming.
Get the desk sorted. Get it down to the incinerator. Tear gas is a last resort only.
You're a little higher than that.
Only if your life is under threat.
Things are going well as they throw all the papers in the shredder and everything else in the furnace.
What was that from?
Argo.
Oh, Argo.
Yeah. Took me forever to find a clip from that moment in the movie because
Argo,
I
yourself.
kept typing in Argo, burning papers, Argo deleting, or I don't know. I couldn't find it. Took me
Was
forever.
that movie made around the same time that Affleck meme appeared of him fucking smoking all depressed and shit? You know what I'm talking about?
No, that was before that.
That was before.
There was another big movie that came out the same year as it. Jack, do you remember?
What year was it?
As
Was
Argo?
Argo released?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let me see.
It's got to be at least 10 years ago, right?
Okay.
It is
2012. So
2012. Zero Dark 30. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I actually just rewatched Zero Dark 30 for first time in a long time.
Okay.
The funniest moment in Zero Dark 30 is they're on the helicopter ride. The Navy SEALs go take out Bin Laden. Chris Pratt character, he's got headphones on, and they go "What are you listening to?" He goes, "Tony Robbins. I got big plans when I get back." That was so funny.
Did he play Robert J. O'Neill?
No, somebody else did. Somebody else.
Anyway, in the interest of staying on fucking topic.
Yeah, of course.
You know.
This is now a 2-hour Zero Dark 30 film review.
Yeah.
I've actually
Kinoflex.
I've never seen on Kinoflex. How's Jack? When's your next movie review coming out?
I just finished audio recordings for my latest round of reviews. I'm going to be reviewing 6 movies in one video. Just had to get some visuals set up, and then it'll be good to go.
Secondary follow-up question, Jack. When are you taking your Christmas tree down?
Oh, I took off the ornaments. At least.
On. Yeah,
it's just a tree now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a house plant.
Yeah, it's a fern.
That's right.
For us, a large coniferous fern. Oh, man.
Hilarious. All right, well, I got this one pulled up here. What eviction notice?
Yeah.
Let's see it. So many cool things have happened. It's incredible.
Yeah.
At White House Senior Living,
Oh my gosh.
our residents feel right at home. Our vibrant facility offers
So
delightful
fucking old.
activities and outings, round-the-clock professional care, and exquisite house-made meals.
Well, I've been eating everything that's put in front of me. all Italian food, basically.
And ice cream.
And ice cream, chocolate chip ice cream.
White House Senior Living, where residents feel like presidents.
Who made that? Let's give him a
I don't
shout
know.
out.
So much has happened in the past 3 days since Trump's become president again. It's awesome. Everything. Every 20 minutes, I get another update. I'm like, yes.
Well, the other big one I just saw from today was that Trump is outlawing any government-backed crypto. Did you see that? That's a huge deal.
That is huge. So
He made a promise about that when he was running, I remember.
It seems like it's a huge deal. Who knows who's actually in control of crypto, but
Peter Thiel.
Yeah, but
it's kind of on point with our suspicion that Peter Thiel, JD Vance connect. That's looking more and more true. I'm feeling very vindicated. You guys can just
Did you
chat.
I was thinking of you earlier. Did you see Trump when he was talking about TikTok?
When he said Elon could buy it or something?
No, he said that he wants to have the government own a percentage of it, and then he turned to Peter Thiel, who's in the room with him, and he said,
Thiel.
Yeah, and he said, "This guy, he can buy the rest. He's got a lot of money." And then Peter Thiel's in the background laughing.
It's Peter Thiel, bro. teal, like the color teal. I'm just saying.
I don't know that it is though.
It's 100% Peter Thiel.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, but like you said, John,
not gonna die on that
Trump immediately after being inaugurated, Trump immediately went to work. Like there was a little desk of him, like
in a fucking arena. I felt like I was watching the fucking Super
WWE.
Bowl, except he was signing executive orders.
Hold on. Let's backtrack for a little bit though. We're getting because like there's so many different things to talk about.
I know. I'm
Let's
excited.
like try and go chronologically because we haven't been here since the actual inauguration. Like so many things happened just in that day. So many iconic moments. I don't know. Jeff Bezos' wife has really big boobs.
Oh, that was a great moment.
Zuck got.
Oh yeah, I have a link to that. But again, in chronological order, we have Snoop Dogg performing at Trump's inauguration. Do you guys want to start there?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that this was like a point of contention for conservatives because Snoop Dogg had the video the year previously where he killed Trump or something, right? Or shot.
Yeah.
That's
and he
all
called
just
people coons for like
Uncle
performing
Tom's.
at Trump's.
Uncle Tom's.
Oh yeah, and then he goes and does it. To me, it's like back when that originally, like these people are performers and puppets and fucking, you know, I don't think Snoop Dogg works for himself. He's a shill. So I don't know. I think it's just more an indication that there is some genuine transition of power going on.
Have you ever asked yourself
the fact that he's a hypocrite? I never gave a fuck about Snoop Dogg in the first place. So like, why? I don't give a shit.
You ever ask yourself why Snoop Dogg is so popular?
He's in everything. That's why he's so popular.
He honestly
hold on. Why is he in everything though? He had a couple hit songs in the '90s. How is he still a superstar?
He's probably gay. Is that what you're getting at?
I'm just saying, like, what Hollywood lifestyle is he living?
Yeah, he's probably gay, and he's probably had a lot of high-level Hollywood execs that wanted some Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop
wanted some
D-O-double-G.
The reason he's got braids.
I'll give Snoop Dogg this. He's a capitalist, to be sure. He knows how to promote his brand. He knows how to promote himself. He's in movies. He's in commercials.
He's not
in
an idiot.
TV shows. He's in everything. Like,
but I mean, the fact that he was allowed to be at that level of again, if we're being conspiratorial, but I kind of do believe that you don't hit that level of success unless you're allowed to.
Yeah.
Meaning he's playing a game and serving a function for powerful people, and the obvious one a year ago was for the people on the left. Like they were paying him to be anti-Trump. I think he doesn't give a shit. He's just like, whoever pays me, I'll do what you want. I'm a prostitute.
Yeah, well, that video you pulled up, Mihai, it's before and after of him like going off on Kanye for performing. If you want to play it real quick.
So it's 2017 versus now.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it
I didn't
first?
see this.
Osby's the one that performs for himself.
About noon, just thought that I had to be
There he is playing.
I don't know if it's worth getting the copyright, but that is funny though.
That long hair. They love that hair in prison, I'm told.
Yeah, well, Snoop Dogg's been in the game for a long time, right?
Who's on Snoop Dogg's level?
Right?
Hold on. I have a tangent I want to go on.
Go ahead.
I don't want this to sound racist because I don't mean it in a racist way. Who do you think the first black person to decide to do their hair like that was, and when do you think that was?
Cornrows?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been Jamaican.
I don't know why that's funny. That just sounds funny.
I don't know. I feel like that's got to have been around for a long time. No?
I don't think so. But like this might so like every Hollywood depiction of slaves, they all have like super nappy like fro hair. When did they get their riz up like that? Is my question.
When they switched from picking cotton to picking corn, I guess.
It must have been. My guess is probably
cotton doesn't grow in rows. I take it. Does it? I don't know.
Corn does grow in rows, but cotton does not. I see where you're going. All right, that might make sense. We'll call it that. We'll call it that.
Is it an American thing, cornrows?
That's why I'm like. I think it must be.
Yeah, it has to be.
I can't think of many things I care less about than the origin of cornrows as a hairstyle.
Fair enough. I will say this guy got me going.
This guy's great.
I was ready to run through a wall.
Jew and Gentile will be able to sing in the meaning of that old Negro spiritual. Free at last.
Oh, you old Negro spiritual.
Free at last. Thank you, God Almighty. We are free at last. If you believe what the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty
That's the person recording this that was clapping at home. That's so funny. I didn't know that.
Oh shit! The chat is saying
great.
cornrows were Vikings. It's cultural appropriation.
Oh wow! Actually, that makes sense. That does kind of make sense.
It does because they grew a lot of corn up there.
Yeah, there is perfect climate for corn.
Wonder what they called them because it obviously wasn't cornrows because they didn't have corn. Corn is a New World crop. Did you know that?
Yeah, Indians.
You know what blows my mind more than corn though is potatoes is a New World crop. Like nobody had fucking potatoes until the New World was discovered.
Interesting. What blows my mind, fun fact, same level, same idea, same basis, whatever you want to call it, triangle trade, whatever. Horses originated in North America, then they went extinct, and then they were brought back from Europe. Did you know that?
I don't.
Indians, so this idea of like Indians before we got here riding around on horses isn't true. They didn't have horses.
Oh yeah, I did know that. Yeah, but what did you say they about them going extinct?
Yeah, so like originally the scientists believed that horses actually formed through evolution. If you believe such a thing,
they thought they were native to this area,
to North America.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're Arabian, aren't they? Fucking, where'd they originate from?
I could Google it.
Oh, Moonchild, Arabian horses. Look at that.
Well, Arabian horses are like
well, I know that's like the most, highly whatever now, but I'm pretty sure that's why there's such an old horse culture there is because that's where they fucking came from, but I could be wrong.
I thought that was camels.
Anyway, that's definitely true. While you're looking that up, is the
hard-pressed question.
The inauguration was obviously more culturally diverse and interesting than maybe the right wing is used to.
Yeah, they had like gay dancers, right?
What?
Wow. Early horses in North America were small, three-toed. Yeah, also, that's another funny thing. Picture this. Did you know this in medieval times that the biggest horses were like the size of ponies today?
Oh, yeah. They've gotten way
these
bigger.
knights were like riding around what would be a pony today.
I don't know. Is that, the knights had some pretty big-ass horses.
I'm sure they were bigger, like a little bit bigger, but like your average person's like riding around like a tiny little, because they were only like.
Well, the knight was like 4'8".
Yeah, I was about to say, like, they weren't even 5 feet tall themselves, so it's just hilarious.
4 foot and was the average Roman soldier was like 5'3" or something like that. Yeah, it's funny to think about.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. But anyway, to the point, and in the interest of at least staying somewhat on top, is the general question, does it bother me that Snoop Dogg and this preacher up there? No, I don't really give a shit. I think everything's gotten so out of control. Like, this isn't my own thought.
So you're not racist?
I am, but I'm just saying it just doesn't bother me. No, I don't give two shit. Where does it go from here? It's going to keep changing. I don't know. I don't want it to end up looking like India in this country, and nothing against Indian people or anything like that. I want it to be fucking Americans, I guess, in that sense.
What about your favorite Indian?
Yeah. Indian Ocasio-Cortez.
Well, we are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like. Republicans really model themselves after Orban's Hungary.
Hell yeah, I wish.
You can look to see how Viktor Orban runs Hungary to get a taste of how they will try to govern and control media and companies in the United States.
That makes me so mad. Like the only media attention that Hungary ever gets in the United States is the left
punching bag.
The left calls them a dictatorship, and it's just so far from the truth.
Why are you mad that you only get positive coverage?
Dude, Viktor Orban is the man. I was there for like their 4th of July 3 years ago. It's like their Independence Day. I had no idea what was going on. Like they just brought me to the stadium, and all of a sudden, like everyone's like, I'm walking through the streets, like people like pinning flags on my shirt, like handing me flags, like handing me all these like scarves, everything. And we get to like their main square. And there's at least 100, like all the freaking Hungaries in this square. And they're all waving flags and they're all just chanting, Victor, Victor, Victor. And Orban came on and gave a speech and it was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's what pure nationalism looks like. We don't have that here, unfortunately.
Are we gonna do a live stream from Hungary sometime?
We should.
That'd be
we should. Yeah, but John, getting back to what you said regarding the cultural resurgence, something I noticed is that there's a lack of resistance compared to Trump's first term. Like, where are the rioters? Like, where are the crowds of leftists saying down with Trump, down with fascism? Like, they're nowhere to be found. I find that interesting.
I think I think a lot of people are starting to put together this whole like who is Trump really, and they're realizing Peter Thiel. It's pretty obvious Elon Musk, and I think they're like a little bit afraid. Like it's not. I think in the past 4 years, and even was Trump was originally president, there was this like religious belief the left still held that it was like a temporary thing, and that he would lose. And more, this is where I think their biggest loss has come. They thought they were like morally right, culturally right, smarter, like they're the smart ones, they're the cosmopolitan ones, whatever. All these things they think of themselves. And they just got rejected so fucking hard after Trump lost, and they're all believing he lost legitimately when he obviously fucking didn't. So like I think they're all still kind of sitting there right now being like, maybe we aren't the majority actually.
Yeah.
Like those fucking signs they put in their yard about, they're like, maybe I don't want, like they've been.
I was about to ask, they being who? Like the average foot
Yeah,
soldier of the
since Obama, the left has become so comfortable being public, and it's because they've been falsely equated with like they're the cool ones. They're young, they're cool, they're making changes, they're doing new stuff. And the right was these crusty old white guys, which it's not, but that's how it was presented.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the fundamental thing that has changed, and they know it, and that's why they're being quiet. Because all the left is now in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Like, yes, there's some aggressively leftist young people, but they're so out of control, they make the left look bad. And so you have all these people, like the guys that come through the studio, like the people your age, I think are probably more right-leaning than left, like across both genders.
There are some articles being written about
They
how
might not
young
answer
people are
that
going
way,
towards,
but
right, yeah.
Reminds me of the.
Are we the
I think
baddies?
it was Family Guy or someone. It was like they made a joke where like the Nazis had skulls on their uniforms.
No, that's what's that guy's name? He's a British dude. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a fucking great.
Yeah, he's
skit.
like they're
Tommy Robinson?
They're wearing all black. They have skulls in uniforms.
Oh,
they look
okay.
at they look at each other like, you think we might be the bad guys?
Just some. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
Are we the
meme,
baddies?
yeah.
Look up. Are we the baddies?
Yeah.
They're looking at their uniforms with like skulls. They're drinking out of like a skull cup.
Yeah, but John, I think you're onto something. I think the Democrats in this country have really gotten used to getting whatever they wanted, and they're more used to like conservatives like McCain during the McCain and Romney eras just being the opposition party, them being the one making excuses and not actually having any arguments. But now they're the opposition party, and they're just routinely complaining about whatever conservatives do, who are the ones actually getting things done.
Like, I think maybe it's been proven that there is this fundamental cycle to culture, and it's like, you know, your young people will always rebel against the older generation in a sense. And so I think I'm old enough. I was on the tail end of the liberal rebellion that's lasted all the way from the 60s. Like my parents are in that age range and stuff.
Yeah, I think it should be noted too, like based on what you're saying, we should expect by the end of our lifetime the culture to go back to the left.
Well, if you want to win this game, you'd have to assume, yeah. So now we're gaining control. Is there any, I mean, this is there's so many other things we need to do before we even need to worry about what's going to happen in 50 years. So like, it's kind of in some senses, a futile endeavor. But if you really wanted to win, you'd have somebody on your team or a group of people thinking about that very problem. How do we not become off-putting when 20 years from now to the next round of 20-year-olds? You know, is it even possible, or is this just how it goes?
Yeah, it just seems no matter how cool the adults are, the kids are always going to try and be the opposite of what the adults are, right?
Well, I mean, I think it's maybe this is why it seems to be more male-driven. It's just like I don't know about you guys, but if somebody handed you $1 billion, it'd be great. But wouldn't you rather like build something yourself? Don't you like something like I made that, not like be born and just inherit a bunch of shit?
Depends on the generation.
I don't know.
It depends on what the catch is for why you're getting that so much money. Like, what rules do you have to follow?
No, let's say you're like Jeff Bezos' son. Like, I'm not saying that wouldn't be awesome in a lot of ways, but at least in knowing my own nature, like I could be doing fucking other shit and making way more money. It's like, it's not, you know, it's...
The problem is, how do you ever become not known as more than just Jeff Bezos' son?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I think even if you don't have a famous father or mother or something, there's just something fundamentally, I'll definitely say male and quite possibly human, and ladies in the chat can speak to this if it's also with women. It seems to be the pursuit of glory seems to be more male than female.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the female brain would be more likely to take the safe route, whereas the male brain would be more likely to take risk in pursuit of adventure.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want the young people to be on your side in 20 years, you almost need to create some sort of artificial battle for them.
Jeff Poor, God bless all, no faggotry. Thank you very much. Not anymore. No more gays.
No more bundle sticks.
No more bundles of sticks in the White House.
I'd rather have pride in it. Yeah, I don't know. There's just, I think there's a
I
human.
did look. Oh, well, we bring up the chat. How's the chat doing? Jeff Poor, Township Rebellion, Rage Against the Machine. That is like a good study of the left and everything you're talking about. Rage Against the Machine. Or just all those like punk bands from the 90s, like how they were like the counterculture, and they still in their own brains consider themselves the counterculture, even though the counterculture has totally passed them by and just left them.
Well, that's true in every way. Like even, more women graduate college than men, I believe, and things like if going by the numbers, we live in a matriarchy right now.
Is this what you were talking about?
We do.
Yeah, there it is. What's that guy's name?
The Mitchell and Webb.
Yeah, Mitchell. Something.
Crack SS division.
Hans?
Have courage, my friend.
Yeah. Hans, I've just noticed something.
These communists are all cowards.
Have you looked at our caps recently?
Our caps?
The badges on our caps. Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit?
They've got skulls on them. Have you noticed that our caps have actually got little pictures of skulls on them?
I don't,
Hans, are we the baddies?
Yeah, well, Biden seems to have had his own "Are we the baddies?" a moment with all these pardons that he's been issuing right before he left. If you want to pull that up, Mihai.
Sure. Anything else we want to say about the actual inauguration itself before we move on?
Yeah, there's this one conspiracy theory from Don Lemon. Did Trump keep the inauguration ceremony inside because of crowd sizes? If you want to play that.
Yeah, okay.
Your old buddy.
Honestly, that's kind of what I was thinking. Not crowd size. I was thinking security.
100% security. No, that's 100% what it was.
Also, the weather is just bad. It is cold outside. Let's be clear.
So that is.
It is, but it was 100% for security.
Yeah.
My
There he is.
Favorite person in the world.
Too cold, Donald, really, to have your inauguration outside because the temperature is going to be 23 degrees. Okay, let's just put this into perspective. It was 7 for Reagan. It was 22 for Kennedy. It was 28 degrees for Barack Obama with winds somewhere in the 20 mile an hour range as well.
I like his cardigan.
Freezing.
Cost.
So I'm not sure it's the cold.
You think I could get away with the
maybe
cost?
it's that you're afraid of the crowd
Went to
sizes.
school with a Lacoste.
And that hotels are still available.
Really?
And a lot of people, as many people as
Like college?
Barack Obama or Joe Biden or whatever, won't be showing up for your inauguration. I think it's the crowd sizes. That number is more important than the temperature number.
I will say one of
It's
Trump's.
so dumb. It's so dumb.
He might be one of
won
the
the election.
dumbest
Why do
fucking
we have
people
to
on the
go? Why
planet.
do we have to talk about crowd sizes?
He's just trying to insert himself. He's so desperate to be relevant. So I can't, he really was he was my bread and butter. Like I just shit on him. He was my favorite person to shit on. That's the best way to shit. It's like Destiny. Same thing. There's no point in talking about Don Lemon anymore. He's so desperate for it. I like to think he's sitting there like checking my channel to see if I've made a video about him.
He's just hoping to God. That
Please, someone make fun of me.
I'm doing everything I can. How much more ridiculous do I have to get?
Yeah, well, John, everyone's talking about Destiny right now because he's going the way of Don Lemon. He's getting flamed online. Do you know why?
Oh yeah, didn't he sexually abuse somebody or something?
He recorded himself having sex with other women, but then shared those videos with people. Now he's getting sued by those women, and now people are distancing themselves from him.
The most shocking part of that is that he had sex with women.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would be freaking out too if I was those women. The world's gonna know I was with that guy.
I would be running to the nearest fucking STD clinic if I was one of those women. I say, I need you to check me for every gay disease.
Can't cure AIDS.
Let's see.
Put one of those throat swabs in my butt and test it for AIDS. I'm assuming that's how they do it.
Yeah, but Mihai, do you want to pull up Biden issuing multiple blank pardons for crimes that haven't been issued yet?
Oh, that's a very interesting part of all this, yeah. The blanket pardon.
Should I do the pardons by president?
Jackie?
Yeah, sure.
Or the list,
No, what's the link, Jack?
Or the list.
Let's see. Biden issues multiple blank pardons.
Yeah. Because why not?
Yeah. If you also if you want to do a list of Biden pardons, we could go through them one by one if you want to.
Yeah.
Just scroll down at the bottom.
Let's do that since I found that one. How about that? There we go.
So go all the way down to 2025.
Jeez.
Oh, he's been working hard.
Yeah. How do these ones slip through the cracks? Let's hold on. Let's
hey,
find
look at all those pardons on my
let's
birthday.
just find a random
December 12th.
Brandon Sergio Castrofle, Army, 2 months hard labor without confinement. All right, I can get behind that one at least. All right.
All those were on my birthday. But yeah, if you go to the bottom, like January 19th, 2025, you'll find those lists of pardons. You have to click on it to see which one specifically it is. Yeah. The members of Congress who served on the select committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol.
So they did something.
Anthony Fauci.
Yep.
Anthony Fauci, jeez. Do you think these people are mad that he did this?
Millie, that's right, Millie.
I mean, they accepted it, so
no, I think they're fucking
guess not.
super happy because they're like, maybe I won't get executed now.
But isn't this just
that's the fucking family one?
Acknowledgement of guiltiness? Acknowledgement of guilt?
According to them, it is. Yeah, that's the funniest part. Is they're like, a pardon is an acknowledgement of guilt if you're Trump.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Alrighty. If you say so.
His entire family.
Hunter wasn't on there because he already got pardoned.
Got one. Who's this one? To whom these presents?
Gerald G. Lundergan.
Now, who is that?
No idea. The dude from Fargo. Mr. Lundergan!
We should...
What's that?
Like
what are you about to pull up right now?
Gerald G. Lundergan.
Former Kentucky state representative.
Sentenced for role in concealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from corporate contributions of U.S. Senate campaign. All right, great. Seems like he deserved a pardon, yeah.
Ernest William Cromartie.
I'm just going to assume probably something else corrupt. The last one here.
Posthumous.
A lot of
that guy just pleaded tax evasion.
Yeah.
Ernest Cromartie.
There's Kemba Smith.
I'm confused.
Prada?
Who's Gary? Who's Garvey? Posthumous.
Not trying to be racist, but are these all black people, or did they do? Is this like the Central Park 5? Or whatever?
Yeah. Who's the freaking? Who's that group of people that wear the caps that patrol the subways and Guardian Angels? They were arrested by Guardian Angels.
Oh, subways.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, Sir Don't Trip is saying that the pardon goes back to 2014 too, because why wouldn't it?
Yeah, and the family one specifically.
Just a 10-year blanket pardon. Just anything these random people in the past 10 years may or may not have done is pardoned.
Yeah, but in addition to that, he also commuted Joe Biden. He commuted the sentence of a guy who killed a couple FBI agents. It's near the top. Actually, no, it was under that. So Biden commutes sentence of cop killer. It's under list of Biden pardons. Yeah, there it is.
Maybe the point of listing these all out, though, is that after saying that he wouldn't do any of this and then also trying to make fun of Trump for pardoning people, he has, of course, as expected, done exactly the same thing except 1,000 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't make sense, though. I'm trying to wrap my head around why he would do this for whom.
Does he give? Does the article give like an explanation of why, or like try to explain his reasoning.
He's an 80-year-old man. Oh, geez. FBI agent, South Dakota Pine Ridge Reservation in 1975. Oh, wow.
He escaped from prison in 1979.
Is he Native American or something? Yep.
Yeah, a prominent.
Yep, there you go.
So there it is. Yeah. Because he was a minority. That's basically why.
Yeah, it's funny how the Dems are going after Trump for pardoning the J6ers when a lot of them didn't even commit violent crimes, yet they will pardon activists on their side who have committed violent crimes. Besides Biden, like there's Jimmy Carter as well, who pardoned like these Puerto Rican like terrorists, essentially domestic terrorists, who actually shot at congressmen. Did you hear about that, John? Like in the 50s.
Who was this?
Sorry, Jimmy Carter. He pardoned a bunch of Puerto Rican domestic terrorists.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Biden, I think the one that slipped through the crack the most is he pardoned a Chinese national who was caught with child porn on his computer.
I think it's safe to assume that there is a reason that that's happened. It's you find the connection. They're an act. They did some work for somebody. They're an insider.
So this is a good one right here. Pardons by U.S. president, and why did Biden need to pardon anymore? So just this is the top part, right? And you might be thinking, wow, Harry Truman did a lot, and Barack Obama really picked it back up. And wait, Donald Trump didn't actually do that many. And then you look at Joe Biden, and you're like, holy cow. That seems like an abuse of power.
So what? So nobody else has even hit 2,500. So he's more than 3 times.
Okay, so actually the community notes does actually clarify though.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
So is it 6,500 offenders for marijuana possession? Which also community notes should be community noted on that one, because remember when he signed that executive order, he's like, I am pardoning anybody who's been convicted of a marijuana crime. And then the end result was only 6,500 people getting a pardon because of that. Is kind of crazy.
What's up, Lady Iron Venus? Sorry, I'm trying to stick with the chat here because I'm so bad at that usually.
Let me help you out.
Pardon, chat. Who did you want to see pardon that didn't get pardoned?
Yeah, who would you pardon?
Little Edward Snowden, maybe?
You think that's coming?
I don't know. You know what I was shocked by, though? Holy shit, how did Ross Ulbricht, whatever his name.
I wasn't as shocked by that.
I don't know how to pronounce his
He did make a promise, and so far the theme of the first couple of days has seemed to be a lot of promises kept.
You young bucks aren't old enough to remember the old Silk Road, are you?
Oh,
well, he's actually a graduate of Penn State, John.
Yeah, I did know that. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
So, I don't know. I've been reading about allegedly his supporters say the whole... People were angry he got pardoned because he supposedly ordered hits. Contract
killings. But that's not what
he
was charged for.
He was never
That's
prosecuted
the
for
Yeah, and that likely didn't actually happen. And also the FBI agents that were investigating him stole a bunch of his Bitcoin or something like that. But he had something like close to 200,000, I think, Bitcoin or something at one point that they fucking seized. It's just
I can believe that.
Is that your noise, Jack? Are you fucking cooking a steam engine or something?
Oh yeah, that's me. Sorry, let me mute myself.
You got the percolator going, making some coffee?
Yeah, the tea's almost ready. Here he is, though.
Dude, because of the lights, I for a second felt like he rocked into Jack's room. Like switch between him and Jack real quick.
Hold on. That is funny.
When you switched it like that, my brain perceived it as he was like, free at last.
That is funny.
Free at last, like that.
Free at last, free at last. Like the pastor.
Yeah, like the pastor.
That is funny. No, I mean, 11 years he was in, which is kind of crazy. 11 or 10.
Yeah, for a life sentence.
He's got a nice Ugandan tuxedo
Not
on
just
there.
a life sentence, 2 life sentences plus 40 years.
Right.
Plus 40.
Yeah.
But, what do we think? Well, what do we think about this? Obviously, the libertarians like it, but do we like it? What are our thoughts on?
Well, I mean, it's a question of how much you believe what he did and didn't do. I'm inclined to believe, from what I've seen in the past few years, that the government lied, and he probably really didn't do a lot, and they were pissed that he was circumventing all of their rules and controls and taxes and shit. But the argument is made, I mostly agree with, like, if somebody commits terrorism or sells drugs over the phone, you don't arrest the CEO of Verizon. So if they do it over a website, but it's just, I don't know. I think the government was just pissed. Zeb may have played around with Tor back in the day. A little .onion.
The Tor is more so, I think, what our generation used than Silk Road.
Yeah.
At least
see,
people I know are on Tor. They weren't on Silk Road.
Tor is, don't use Tor if you want to stay anonymous. I'll just say that.
Oh, I don't use it.
It's cool. It's fun, though.
I promise you that.
It's fun, but
see,
you're not anonymous.
My whole thing with Ross Ulbricht is, could he have possibly done some illegal stuff? Maybe, but he wasn't charged on anything that's considered actionable, at least in terms of what most tech platform CEOs.
So the chat is asking, what did he do? So I guess let me just briefly, and feel free to jump in and correct me. So he created a website called the Silk Road, which is an obvious reference to Marco Polo and all, trading fucking goods globally.
Yeah.
And he allowed transactions using Bitcoin, so it was anonymous.
Yeah.
And so there's all kinds of legal stuff you could buy and sell, just like you're on fucking Craigslist, which is not even a thing anymore, I don't think. But, like a fucking internet sales fucking board or whatever, the eBay style.
Ask Jeeves.
But because it was all anonymous, you could very easily set this up to sell like drugs or whatever. And so a lot of people did. And then allegedly what he really supposedly got in trouble for was he paid in Bitcoin somebody who turned out to be a fucking cop to kill another guy who he thought robbed him or something like that. What people are now saying is that the FBI just made that up, ripped off a bunch of his money, and then threw him in jail for life. The things I know that are true is that they really did steal a bunch of his money.
The most fucked up thing, in my opinion, about the situation is any person that got caught doing illegal actions using Silk Road for murder,
it was against their terms of service.
Yeah, not only that, but they got lesser sentences than him. So the person that actually had someone killed or actually...
Well, I should say the people he allegedly paid to have killed, like nobody actually died because the guy, the killer, was a fucking cop and he would send fake pictures of like fake dead people or whatever. It's just really weird. It's a weird story.
Yeah, and my issue with it is that it's obviously an example of a two-tier justice system because obviously even if people are selling illegal stuff on Silk Road, Ross Ulbricht should be protected by that from that because of Section 230. Like you guys know.
Well, Jack, I mean, is it not true? Like, doesn't child porn still pop up on Facebook and Twitter and shit all the time?
Yeah,
Facebook
Mark Zuckerberg is protected from that because he can't because Meta is so big.
Facebook did get sued for it though because they would put a pop-up warning on those videos saying, "Warning: this may include child abuse. Are you sure you want to watch?"
Oh,
therefore,
really.
Making it known that they knew it was child porn and not doing anything about it allowed them to be sued.
And point being is Mark Zuckerberg's not serving 2 life sentences. And plus 40 years.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah, so that is the Ross Ulbricht argument is like, what the fuck? He did what Mark Zuckerberg did. He made Facebook and people did shit on Facebook.
And the reason it's become, for the chat who's asking how
the Red Baron's got a great comment. Sorry.
No, you're good. Let me pull it up. He was locked up for facilitating tax-free trade.
Yeah. Or somebody else earlier said he was locked up for embarrassing the government.
They made an example out of him.
Yeah, there you go.
They made an example out of him and basically a warning to anyone else who wanted to do the same.
And then so the full part of that story, if you don't know, Trump made a promise to the Libertarian Party that he would pardon Ross Ulbricht if he got elected.
The Libertarian Party chose Ross as their champion and their cause, and the only reason that they really got behind Trump the way they did was because of his promise.
Yeah, and so day one when he parted all the January 6ers, there was a little bit of like, oh, is he not going to do it? And then he did. So
no, I mean,
I think saw a lot of people, including Go ahead.
No. I think there was a large stack of papers for him to sign. So he was going to get there eventually.
That's actually an interesting comment. Zeb. Oh, fucking great. Of course it's Zeb making a great comment. He had too much Bitcoin. Only the CIA is allowed to control the market. Maybe he really did. Like maybe Bitcoin is some long-term CIA plan and they're like this fucking guy is acquiring too much of it. And we have plans for this in 10, 20, 30 years. So just fucking arrest him and let's take it back.
You ever seen that old businessman that yells at you and you know who I'm talking about, but he said, if you know who started Bitcoin like I do, you wouldn't buy it either. You ever seen that video?
Are you talking about John McAfee or something?
No, we'll get to that. We will get to that. But no. Keep talking. I'll try and find it.
Okay.
Old guy. Kramer?
Yeah,
No, fuck that guy.
I mean, I'm surprised that a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, you got scammed by Trump. He was never going to pardon Ross." When he's just like only 2 days into his presidency. Like people were really high on copium that like liberals are very very high on copium that he wouldn't keep his word, but he did. So
followed
now they
through.
have in their face.
Trump is a fucking legend.
He's done more in the first 3 days than Biden did in his entire presidency. And the best part of the opening, like the day after the day of inauguration, when he went to the office and started signing papers for the first time, and he looked at the reporters, he goes, "Did Biden ever do anything like this?" Like, actually, no, he didn't. Like, yeah, I didn't think so. So funny. He just the off the cuff. I missed it so much.
This guy here. Oh wait, on the screen.
Yeah, that guy right there. Hold on,
There's
this
my
is.
hand. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna go solo on
This
Trump.
is the video I was talking about.
Bitcoin is a Putin-inspired
Dan
plot
Pena is his
to
name.
bring down America.
No, I said that what are the two countries that benefit most from a destabilization of the U.S. dollar? China and Russia.
I've heard you say if you knew who was behind Bitcoin, you'd run like crazy.
No, everybody knew who was really behind Bitcoin. It'd go to zero.
You'd get out of it as fast as you can.
When the millennials or the group that are the Bitcoin purchasers have to come up with cash to supplement their lifestyle because they're not getting it in the other way, it is going to drive Bitcoin down. Now, I'm not suggesting that anybody's going to say who's the real founder of Bitcoin. I don't know if that'll ever come out.
Anthony
I'm certain
Hopkins.
that's anybody, but when China shuts down Bitcoin, when China has pictures of them crushing servers on the internet, when China is restricting, let's just say it was China that started Bitcoin. They started it to disrupt the U.S. and UK economy.
All right, long story short, there's a bunch of videos of that guy going around. If you knew who started Bitcoin, you would be worthless. You wouldn't buy it either. And I don't know. And I never thought about it until I saw that guy. Like, who did start Bitcoin? And then you start looking.
Yeah, I know next to nothing about Bitcoin. So.
It's an anonymous name.
Really?
If you Google who founded it.
Damn, all the equipment in this fucking studio is paid for by Bitcoin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, then educate us, John. What do you think?
My greatest regret was not taking it more seriously a little earlier. But I did take it seriously somewhat early.
That's the thing, like, especially you, because you're like so caught up in the news cycle, right? Like, how many things do you see? Like, fuck, I knew about that 6 months ago. Why
You're asking me?
Yeah. Why didn't
a lot now, but not like it dude. So I've been watching politics seriously for like going on. It's realistically, it's like 8 years, I think. 2016, so better part of a decade. But literally, this election is when I started to see it clearly. Like, looking back at how I was in 2016, and you can go watch all the content I made and stuff. But like, I was very emotionally caught up in the Trump thing. It just really tapped into like something we desperately needed. And I was, would have taken a bullet for Trump. And I'm not saying I wouldn't now, but then you have the Biden thing. You start to see how there's like maybe not really any good guys in politics. And you start to see how a lot of decisions are motivated by like money. And the word I would use is control. You often see the word power. Like, people are in pursuit of power, but fundamentally power is about control. I mean, people do this. Regular, stupid people do this with words. Everyone is trying to control the conversation, or who gets to win, or who gets the last word in. And I have my theories on why people are like that. So I'm like autistic and retarded, and I'm not like that. And so I didn't really understand that. And politics in 2016 seemed ridiculously stupid to me. It still seems stupid to me, but I understand there is a pattern there that you can spot. And so like I've always tried to like avoid giving advice or making predictions, and now I've realized like I want to make predictions to hold myself accountable. And there's a lot of shit even this year I still got wrong. But like the one big one that I think I was very early on is Peter Thiel. This is fucking Peter Thiel. I was saying that this time last year and before that. And there's lots of other people that are too, don't get me wrong. But once you start watching this shit, it's like, I don't know. You got to think about like, who are the people and what do they care about? And then you got to accept the fact that there's people out there that are not like you. That's like the hardest part. Like, someone like Nancy Pelosi is so hard to fucking understand initially. Or Joe Biden is even a good example. Look how many idiotic, well-meaning people voted for Joe Biden. I mean, not 80 million, but there's a lot of them. or even Kamala Harris. Like, look at, I don't think these people are like evil people for the most part, but both sides, and I think there's more than two sides, frankly, because you see like there's the battle for who controls the Republican Party between Peter Thiel and the old guard, and that's been, I think, pretty clearly won finally by Peter Thiel. Fucking haircut, man. Sorry.
Real quick, while you keep talking about Peter Thiel, I finally got the video that I was talking about earlier. I want to show it to you.
Yeah.
With owners of TikTok, the big owners, it's worthless if it doesn't get a permit. It's not like, oh, you can take the U.S. The whole thing is worthless. With a permit, it's worth like $1 trillion. So what I'm thinking about saying to somebody is buy it and give half to the United States of America, half, and we'll give you the permit. And they'll have a great partner, the United States. And they'll have something that's actually more valuable because they have the ultimate partner, and the United States will make it very worthwhile for them in terms of the permits and everything else. But so think of it, you have an asset that has no value or has $1 trillion value. It all depends on whether or not the United States gives the permit. So what I'm saying is let the United States give the permit, and the United States should get half. Sounds
this is a...
Hold on.
What do you think?
Sounds like a good deal to me, Mr. President.
Yeah. He can afford it too.
You see him in the back.
Well, I mean, that's kind of on point to what I was saying is, so like Trump, my understanding of Trump has evolved a lot in 8 years, and he's not...
You're good. My apologies.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
He's not Superman.
Met-
what are you fucking doing, man? Are you doing that on purpose? Because that's your
No,
gimmick?
That one I wasn't.
Interrupting me?
That one was not on purpose.
So, someone in the chat got pissed at you. Actually, you'd be a little too gimmicky tonight. They wanted my wisdom, Mihai.
Oh.
All right, so fucking holy shit. Let me put my thoughts
Well,
back
now that
here.
I've totally derailed you.
Yeah, no, I'm still there.
But Peter...
No, so this comment is on point. So like that is a great example of who and what Trump is. I mean, I think Trump genuinely is a competitor and likes to win. Like he gets joy out of like out negotiating and out dealing people and shit. What are you fucking laughing at?
Oh, the comments.
Oh. Grow your... The mods in the chat. So like I think Trump wants to win. I think he really genuinely cares about America, and he's going to do what's best for America. And I think he's kind of accepted that he really can't control what America is going to be. So he's doing what he thinks is best. It's better to fight for America, even though a bunch of other people are fighting to make it something that it's not. But yeah, that really was kind of on point. So like Trump is a businessman. He's a competitor. He's a winner. I don't mean that word in a weird way, but I've realized the winner and loser dichotomy is actually very real, like the mindset.
No, I think that video is cool because it's the entire Art of the Deal book in a minute.
And he's not wrong. And so he's just like, you know what, the best I can do is make decisions for what's best for America. On the small scale, we need a lot more people like studio center type people that are working on fighting the culture that can continue that battle on for another few decades when I'm gone. My biggest concern is what happens when Trump is gone. But we got 4 years now. So, you know, I think he's matured a little bit, or maybe realized it was a lot bigger problem than he maybe initially thought. But I think he is...
When do you think he realized that?
30 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he planned his first run for at least 30 years.
Based off the Oprah interview or more than that?
A bunch of other stuff, just shit he put together. And so I think he kind of like probably had some talk where somebody was like, you ain't winning unless you help, you know, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk or something. So he made the alliances he needed to make, and he chose the lesser of two evils. But he's very aware that they're trying to do some fucked up shit.
Would you say he tried to not do that in 2016 though?
26.
I would say there's a chance. Like he was self-funded at that point, like totally, wasn't he in 2016?
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was forced to be.
Do you think he even like? I don't think he thought he would win, and I think that's been something that's been discussed. But do you think he was just trying to bring his ideas to the forefront and actually get them into the zeitgeist?
You go watch old interviews when I say when I think he planned it for 30 years. I'm nowhere near on Trump's level, but I get where he's coming from. He also is from a world that I can't even begin to understand. Being born, you know, living in New York real estate and part of rubbing elbows with those people and shit, and the level of competition that must exist is probably pretty nuts. But I think he, like myself and probably a ton of people in the chat and shit, like, it just got too fucking stupid. Like, no matter how much you want to, he's got a gold-plated fucking house and shit. We were talking about this earlier. Like, for a real man, that at some point you're just like, something is not right. It's not fulfilling. Mm-hmm. And I think that hit Donald Trump because he's one of those guys. He's like, I have everything I could ever want.
Well, yeah, it's like the Saudi princes we've talked about before. Like, what's next?
Yeah, and I think you have two choices from that point. You either descend into just this unbelievable level of degeneracy and like George Soros child. You begin to worship the God within. Mm. You worship yourself, or you go the other route and try to do something else. And so if Trump made one mistake, I'd say he hasn't fully gone the other route. He's still a businessman. And I think maybe he's right. He's a realist. We've lost the realists. Like, there are no realists out there anymore. True. Just like, hey, close the fucking border. That's a realist.
It's pragmatic.
Not because I'm racist. Yeah, so like that's where the culture is becoming much more realist. Mm-hmm. Hilariously, the Native Americans, the Indians, those Native Americans, they were realists. This gets looked over. They were existing in nature with so like they would slash and burn the California forest on fire right now. Native Americans would burn those all the time to prevent that exact fucking thing. And also because forests need to burn out there to regenerate. That's the type of forest that's fucking out there. And so like we had I think the greatest period in human history was the period of realists. Rome's height was when it was controlled by realists. Like Caesar type people of just like no bullshit. Mm-hmm. Very machine-like in a lot of ways, honestly. And I think we are in danger if some people like Peter Thiel take over. That is going from realist to fucking machine. Ones and zeros, like you're right or you're wrong. Mm-hmm. If you jaywalk, we execute you. That's the world of Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and fucking where everything's a transistor, right or wrong.
Your Tesla reports you because you ran a red light.
And I don't want to live in that world either, but I think like everything is so out of balance to the left that I think Trump probably was like, the Peter Thiel faction is a better way to go, and I'll let younger fighters and warriors figure out that fucking problem when we get there. But like, we're not fixing all of this in 5 years or 10 years. You guys will be dead before this gets fixed. I mean, that everything went to shit in the 60s. We kind of got to bring it back full circle. So that was 60 years ago?
Who do you think's using who? Because in both their minds...
Oh, everyone's using everybody.
As I would say,
yeah.
In all their minds, they're all the one that's using the other person. But who do you think's actually at the top of this food chain?
Peter Thiel. Mm-hmm. On the right. Mm-hmm. The left is, I would guess, Soros.
George Soros, yeah.
I don't think it's one person.
I think it's probably somebody that like we don't know who they even are. I think it's probably some guy in some shady room that we didn't even know exists, like John Wick.
Well, I think there's people alive right now that have family fortunes that started getting built 1,000 years ago.
The Rothschilds now.
Yeah, the Rothschilds are the obvious example, but if it can occur to you right now of like, man, I wish I can see how this all works and we should hide money in some sort of very long-term non-banking way. That occurred to people 1,000 years ago too. So before Bitcoin, there was all kinds of cryptography that was used in order to try to make things, all the secret societies.
You know why a dollar is referred to
as the totient function, huh? Yeah.
You know why a dollar is referred to as a buck?
Why?
Because that is the equivalent value of a buck's pelt.
Huh.
From back in the day.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It was $1 was one pelt, so it was a buck.
I don't know. So that's like my loose, as much as I'm willing to openly say, sort of way I look at it. Sometimes I get caught in this mindset of feeling like I am the one who gets to decide how everything works, and that drives you nuts. It makes politics really fucking tough. You gotta. We're such small players in such a crazy ass game that has so much money and power, which really means control at stake. And so like there's just people that really want to be in control of everything. I run into 10 women every fucking day that want to be in control of everything. They're just fucking stupid, so they can't pull it off. So what kind of dude has that sort of feminine mentality that I just need to control everything, but pulls it off? Well, how about a super smart gay dude like Peter Thiel?
Is he gay?
Yeah. That's why he destroyed Gawker.
I think that's fact, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he's gay, and then he destroyed Gawker because they outed him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
part.
you guys call so many people gay. I don't know who's like in the
No,
closet or who's open.
You know the whole Peter Thiel, Gawker, and Hulk Hogan thing, right?
No.
No,
So Gawker was this Gawker was this like really huge fucking online website magazine thing that did all this gossip.
Yeah.
And they outed Peter Thiel as gay, and he was super pissed, but like he couldn't really do anything about it. So he waited for a chance to take down Gawker, and sure enough, like years and years later, Gawker published a sex tape of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I do know that.
And Peter Thiel came in and gave Hulk Hogan like $100 million and was like, however much you need to win this lawsuit, I'll give it to you. Like whatever you want. And
That
so
sounds like a great.
they literally destroyed
that.
Gawker and they were like the owners of Gawker, the main guy. They like took his house, his car, and he wrote this letter to Peter Thiel and he's like, please just like fucking, I have nothing. You're literally like taking every last cent. Can you just like leave? And Peter Thiel goes, no. He literally took everything from this guy.
That sounds awesome.
Every single cent of his net worth.
Until the gun's pointed at you.
Yeah, he just fucking, and then no one has fucked with Peter Thiel since.
That sounds awesome.
It is,
Yeah,
but
it is
to that-
awesome.
to
At the
that
same
point-
time, he's not a nice person.
No, but to that point, that is a guy that you want on your side and
Yeah.
not against you. I will say that.
And
That's
so as I say, what have I learned in the past? That Peter Thiel is not going to ever be on your side. He's only ever going to be on Peter Thiel's side. And so, like, that's the negotiation Trump has to go in there and make. And I think he thrives on negotiating with people like that, people that don't have to fucking agree on anything. I think that's like what he loves to do more than anything. And so,
I just feel like
yeah, but I'm not happy about it. I wish it was somebody different in charge. I wish everything was perfect, but it's not. And I agree that Peter Thiel is better than fucking Nancy Pelosi. So fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but John, speaking of stupid women, there's a. I'm not even gonna call her a bishop because she's not. There's this hag
Jesus!
That was lecturing. There's this hag that was lecturing Trump at a church after he was inaugurated. If you want to pull that up, Mihai, it's really titled "Hag Lectures Trump."
I'll be right back. Play it anyway. I want to skip it.
Got it. Here we go.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are
Jeff Poor.
gay,
What about
lesbian,
Fauci and
transgender
Gates?
children in
They definitely run things
Democratic,
to
Republican, and
certain
independent
degree.
families. Some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution.
Thank you, Bach Mari Terry.
Yeah, thank you.
To find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers.
All right, I can't.
but Zeb, like I was about to mention this. I was originally I was like, okay, why did Trump and Vance, why did their team not vet this person? Because I'm not super religious, but even I understand that the Episcopalians, they're nut jobs. They're not even really religious. They're more so political activists. But Zeb points out it was actually Amy Klobuchar that organized this. She was the one.
That's hilarious, actually.
She was the one that had them attend this or had this specific preacher deliver this sermon.
You know, the
and
whole
she's just
time,
a
everyone was
notorious
just
anti-Trumper.
The whole
Just
time, everyone was
very
just
close
staring at each other, going, "What the fuck is this?" And then they look
Yeah,
over at
who is
her,
this kook?
and she's like, "Yes, yes, you're doing great. You're doing great. Amy Klobuchar, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I love this."
But yeah, Episcopalians, they're like the anytime you see like a woke church or socially liberal church
With the gay flags
their
on 'em?
odds are they're an Episcopalian. They're the ones that like bless abortion clinics, they officiate gay weddings, etc.
Black Lives Matter sign.
Sounds satanic.
Yeah,
that's
and they're actually like their church attendance in general is going down, but with them Episcopalians, it's more pronounced because in 2021, I believe they lost around 60,000 members because it's becoming more common for their sermons to just be entirely political and not about Jesus anymore. So it's the good news is that these churches are like these fake churches are slowly dying out. If that's any constant.
But whatever the hell that freaking Baptist church that other guy came in from, free at last. I want to go to that church. I will go to that church. I'll be the only white guy there, but I will love every second of it. And I have my hands in the air the whole time.
Method, dude. When I first moved to Texas, I wandered into a church just looking for a random church, and it was one of those fucking super churches. Like I Googled churches near me, and I pull in, and it's like fucking driving into like goddamn Madison Square Garden. So it's like a huge parking lot. It's literally like thousands of people. It's like 3 stories tall. I walk in, it's got the fucking theater with like the rock show going on. And I'm standing there on the end of the aisle. I'm like, what the fuck? And this dude comes up. He's like, hey, I haven't seen you before. So they like of the thousands of people in there, they immediately knew I like was new, which was crazy.
Wild. Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you want to do the collect donations with us? And I just looked at him and I just walked out. Never went back. I was like, this is fucking crazy. Him knowing I was new is what freaked me out. I was like, what?
That is.
And had all the people in the fucking. I'm not like knocking how you worship or anything, but yeah, that shit ain't for me.
No, I feel weird when people do that to me at a church of like 50 people. I can only imagine 1,000 people. Like how?
It was like a rock. Like they're like, and here comes Pastor Steve, and he fucking came out like he was playing the Super Bowl. Like he did the Ray Lewis dance. He fucking did the LeBron baby powder.
Dean Yeager. Is this live? Did I actually catch you live for once? When are you guys setting up the dartboard?
The dartboard. Yes, it is live.
It is live. We are live.
We were talking on one show about throwing darts at fucking people, and we're like, we're probably pretty drunk.
I don't remember this. Was this Ciderhaus?
We might have been like blacked out on election night, maybe.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a wild.
Wait, like throw darts at each other?
No, well that would be fun too. We used to do that when we got drunk.
That'd be dangerous.
We used to play a game when we got drunk. You'd put a beer can between your legs and you'd sit like 20 feet apart, and you'd throw darts at the fucking can, and you had to drink it down to where you like you hit the middle of the can. You got to drink it to the middle.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit it on the first one, you got to chug it. Got a lot of holes in my legs from that game.
Yeah, I had actually.
But hey, Mihai, if you want a smile put on your face, play the link for the parody of the Hag. You'll probably like
parody of the Hag.
Parody of the Hag.
Got it.
It's better than the actual thing, that's for sure.
What's going on, Ida now?
And I'm vegan. Meat is murder. Cows fart, and the climate changes. I voted for Kamala. And Tampon Tim. I loved Tampon Tim. He seemed like a great guy who probably does wear tampons. Also, Mexicans are great gardeners, and they're cheap. Please don't deport my gardener, Juan. He's so affordable. I know I'm lesbian, but he's also kind of hot. I get confused sometimes. Like right now, when I see President Trump, I know I'm supposed to hate him like CNN told me to. But he's also kind of hot. He's even hotter than Juan. Mucho caliente. I'm also a lesbian, and I'm vegan. Meat is murder.
Yeah, let's
and the climate change.
But unfortunately, as much as I want to shit on,
I loved Tampon Tim.
There we go. Jeez, I lost the tab. I got lost
unfortunately,
in the sauce.
We're gonna force to watch it forever.
We're just in a time
unfortunately, as much as I would like to like shit on Episcopalians, the issues with religious figures is not reserved to just them. Like the Pope Francis himself has also called out Trump for his treatment of illegal immigrants. What do you guys think about that?
The anti-Pope.
The anti-Pope. Did you see Mel Gibson talk about the church leadership worshiping a false idol?
No, but I believe it.
He went on the
What's
Rogan.
the false idol?
He went on the Rogan podcast. I forget the name. It was like something preposterous, like Chuchupo or something. It was like some South American like statue ornament that they brought to the Vatican, and they had a church service with it. And he's like, "How is that not an apostasy? If that's
it is,
yeah, exactly. That's the point. He's like, so how can I put my faith behind this pope?"
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like a lot of Christian churches have unfortunately devolved into just being cults of being nice, which is not what Christianity is.
Good way to say it.
Yeah.
It's all fake, man. Nobody deals with real problems in churches anymore. They say, like you're saying, it's just smile and, you're doing a great job.
It's, and I don't,
Nobody
I
ever
think it's
goes, nobody ever goes to hell. We're all trying.
I think it's the lack of community, and I think the lack of community actually comes from a lack of church, and I think they're kind of intertwined. Whereas, like, insurance comes from the idea of, like, it wasn't an insurance company. It was that if my house burned down, that everyone in the neighborhood would help me repay it. And then if your house did burn down, I would do the same.
Snake Chapel at the Vatican says David Ulbricht. That's a good one.
You didn't need all these social programs before because the church would always take care of their own. Whereas now, people don't.
Well, you're saying the church was understood not as something better than the people that were part of it. It was the people.
Exactly.
Like that, yeah.
Exactly.
The Amish still do that, honestly, man. Like
they do, but
they have lots of.
The Amish kind of make me sad, and I mean, who am I to tell them how to not use technology? As I sit here and live stream myself, right? But they all have phones now. They all use power tools, even though it's a battery, so it's different. But it's not different.
Pay somebody to drive them around.
Yeah, they'll pay somebody. They'll buy a car and then they have somebody else just to drive it. It's there's a lot of workarounds going on these days now.
The English, you always got one English guy.
But it makes me sad because they made it how many hundreds of years, thousands, I don't know however long the Amish have existed with the same exact lifestyle, and then just now in this previous generation, it's like all been wiped away.
Shit's addictive, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, you remember when the Apple did that like test notification to see if like the emergency thing worked? I think that was like 2 years ago, but then a bunch of Amish got outed for having phones because of it, and they didn't know it was going to happen. And all of a sudden, all their phones,
like it went off under their fucking bed and shit?
Yeah. So many Amish people got caught that day.
Yeah. Have you seen mugshot? Have you seen those mugshots of those Amish guys that were drunk driving? Like they look so wacky. They look like video game NPCs.
They're gigantic, you mean, those dudes?
Yeah.
They look like they're straight up from Shrek. Too. No, they look like Shrek villagers. That's
exactly.
Hay bale tossing Amish boys, dude. Those dudes got some traps.
They don't look real.
That is hilarious. That looks like Shrek when he got turned into a human.
Every Amish guy like looks like the fucking Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
with a chin strap beard though. So none of those guys were married. We know that because they don't have beards. That's the Amish wedding ring is the beard, right?
Okay.
True.
So they were young unmarried Amish. They were drunk driving a buggy, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
They are funny people though. I work with them like every day. So,
it's like everybody else. Some of them are great. Some suck.
Like 2 years ago, I feel like most people that have never interacted with the Amish, and this was me 2 years ago, was like, oh, I don't trust them. You can't trust the Amish.
I would
don't go near them.
I still wouldn't trust them. But
no, I would trust them much more than any college student I would find down
that's
college.
a good point. Would you trust them in a business deal?
I would, because they pay cash.
It's true.
Mihai, have you ever seen the Harrison Ford movie Witness?
Oh, I've heard it. Is Jodie Foster in that?
I'm not sure, but the movie is about him like finding, working with a child Amish kid who's the witness to a murder, and he finds out that the murderers are in his own police department, so he has to flee to the Amish village and live amongst them. It's a really good movie. Pretty
have heard of that. Yes.
Yeah, pretty good movie. But hey, you want to pull up the link of Zuck looking at Jeff Bezos' wife's tits?
Yeah.
How long you been waiting to say that,
in the
Jack?
Amish way?
So I saw somebody say Mark Zuckerberg passed his first Turing test. Oh, there you go. I was like hoping somebody would get that joke.
I don't.
Turing test is a test you give to AI to see if a person can tell whether they're talking to a human or a machine.
Oh.
So if it passes the Turing test, it's a human. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, like those robot tests when you go on to certain websites.
The joke is that Zuckerberg never has been able to act human.
Oh, Zuck gets
This
caught.
was his first moment of human behavior anyone's ever witnessed.
It is actually a good point. Like now I know he's not a robot at least.
A lot of people were getting in on that.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, look at this.
I don't give a fuck what somebody wears. I didn't even really care about Fetterman's fucking jeans or whatever he was wearing.
Yeah,
but
I didn't care either.
Why the fuck would you wear? Like, why would you do what she did? Like, maybe some ladies in the chat, if Linda Love's still around or whoever. Like, why would you wear lingerie?
Because apparently she's a prostitute.
Owns it, and
Oh,
owns
yeah.
Amazon, of course. And I will tell you, this is not my first time saying she dresses like a hooker because she does. And we
Claws are out.
Just want to make a quick note of that. What Megyn Kelly just said. My grandma, when she would watch, she was still alive. She would sit in front of her TV every night with a little dinner table, a little TV table with a microwavable meal. She'd watch Fox News, and every time Megyn Kelly would come on, she'd go, "This slut doesn't wear enough clothes." So I just find it totally ironic. I just find it totally ironic.
No, it's funny you point that out, Mihai, because pull up Ann Coulter response to Megyn Kelly.
And when you're done with that, go back to her because I want to look at her face again because it's horrifying.
She looks disgusted.
No, it's like not Megyn Kelly's face. What's Bezos? What?
Yeah, that's her face.
She's like destroyed by plastic surgery.
It's like somebody just went into like a toolbox and then just were like, let's
Lawrence-
see how I can apply
Lawrence
these
Sanchez.
tools to your face.
I did see a funny picture. It was a side by side of her and Melania Trump. It was like good fillers versus bad fillers.
She has half of Cardi B's ass in her lips.
Oh,
she got Michael Jackson at the Skeletor nose. I don't why. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, this is Ann Coulter responding to Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
This you?
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't the fucking inauguration, but
yeah, no, it was just for a bunch of 80-year-old men at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
which sells. She was the highest rated show when she was there, wasn't she?
she's old and wants to feel sexy still, and possibly also a hooker. In which case, that's her being modest. Thank you, Linda.
Did you see? Did you see Dave Portnoy's take on it?
No,
it was actually kind of
What'd
funny.
he say?
He was like, "If you're Bezos, I don't know how you let your woman out of the house looking like that." He's like, he might think he has all the money in the world, but look at who else in that room. Think about all the guys that could steal that woman.
Would you want to steal her though? I mean,
that's the thing. Is like, I don't know that she would even need the like. He was like, it doesn't even have to be those guys in the room. Like, if some young stud with $200 million comes up to her, she's leaving Bezos for him. You got to believe that.
dude, wasn't she already on his yacht with her ex-boyfriend, who's like some NFL player or something?
Ooh, I don't know.
Is it Tony
That
Gonzalez?
does sound familiar. That actually.
See if you can find that real quick. It's Tony Gonzalez, Jeff Bezos yacht. Like she made Jeff Bezos invite her ex-boyfriend to come with them on a yacht trip.
Ooh, that raises red flags.
Well, I'm wondering if Bezos doesn't have a little destiny in him.
That's actually. Oh, jeez. That's funny though.
Yeah, that's it.
Pop-ups.
You don't want to buy any?
Oh my! All right, you get the point.
It's a women's website. Like 50 fucking pop-ups.
Yeah, holy cow! I'm getting so many makeup ads right now. But yes, that is
Will
true.
somebody please remind me to put the fucking pop-up blocker on that computer?
That was recently too. January 2nd, 2025 is when that article came out.
Wow.
Oh, really? It's that recent?
And there's another article though from June 27, 2024.
Anyway, I got a little cackle out of that one. She gets passed around, says Blunt Man.
Probably. I mean, how do you think they met? Where do you think they met?
Red light district in Amsterdam. I don't know.
Probably like a much richer version of that. Not quite Epstein's Island, but somewhere in between.
Yeah, where do billionaires do they even like go to broth? There's probably I don't know. Yeah, Epstein's Island, I guess.
Yeah, that's P. Diddy's house. I don't know.
Holy fuck.
Let's see.
What's up with that guy? Is he still alive?
With who?
P. Diddy.
I don't know.
Diddy's still alive? Yeah.
Allegedly.
We could go to.
Oh man.
Trump pardons pro-life activists. That just
Okay,
happened
yeah,
today
sure, we
as
can
well.
do
Today,
that.
didn't it? So what? These people were caught praying outside of a Planned Parenthood.
Something like that.
Set of pardons for peaceful pro-life protesters.
who were prosecuted by the Biden administration for exercising their First Amendment rights.
Do you know how many?
I believe it's 23, sir.
23 people were prosecuted. They should not have been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people. They should not have been prosecuted. This is a great honor to sign this.
Just Sharpie in it.
Yeah, he really freaking puts that marker down, doesn't he? There's that.
Nice.
Yeah, so solid move from Trump, but I think it's worth addressing like who the person pointing this out is Lila Rose, because if you guys remember, she was calling out Trump for not calling for national abortion bans when that electorally is a bad thing to do, and she was calling for people saying Trump can't win without our vote. And I'm just looking at just saying, yes, he can. I'm pro-life as much as you guys, but I feel as though people overestimate the influence people who are pro-life politically have. Do you guys feel that way?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I think this election was there was enough of people that were just I can't do this again, where it didn't have as much of an effect. But I think if you go back to McCain v. Obama, even though McCain didn't win, if he would have said anything pro-abortion, he probably wouldn't have even won a primary in the Republican Party at that time. I don't know. I think I would have voted for Herman Cain, so I don't know. Do you remember that guy?
That's that guy, right?
No, Herman Cain's the black guy.
Oh, that's who am I thinking of?
Yeah, I know. I forget his
These
name.
prices are too damn high.
Yeah, Howard Dean, I think is his name.
Howard Dean.
Yeah, they treated that guy terribly when he died.
In a more recent case, who was the football player that ran for Senate in Georgia?
Herschel
Walker. Yeah, when it came out that he had an abortion, and that was the election, he lost it because of that.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, because it was a demon baby, and he had to throw that demon baby down in the river. He had a bad spirit, so he took it down to the river and put a rock on top of it, and he let that demon baby go, and he said, "Be free!"
And then it floated.
Free at last!
But then, unbeknownst to him, it floated down that river in a basket made of reeds and landed on the Pharaoh's doorstep.
Yeah, only
he said,
to
"Let
part
my
the sea.
people go."
Only to part the sea.
His name was Moses Walker.
Yeah, but getting back to the case of Lila Rose, I don't know. I find it funny because a lot of the people saying that, hey, don't support Trump.
Goes right past it all.
Yeah, but all these people that are originally saying, hey, don't support Trump, he's unprincipled, are now acting as though they support him all along. I just find that funny.
It is fun, yeah. And well, so that's the game, Jay.
There's a lot of that. So I was actually having this conversation with my friend the other day. You're going to see a lot of people that were too scared to stand up before, that now that it's cool to be Trump and now that we've won, they'll come out as Trump supporters. And that'll be a large percent. That's why Trump's approval rating is now in the green for the first time ever in his presidential history. There's a lot of people that were the quiet Trump supporters that were just too scared to say anything. Mm-hmm. The weak, spineless people.
Brandon Vickers, I did notice that the head of Planned Parenthood had died. That was incredible. Died of brain cancer. Just a clump of cells killing another clump of cells.
No, the head. Yeah, that one of the heads. Let's see.
I got distracted by the chat again.
Yeah, that's okay.
Moses was great.
Yeah, but
fucking holy shit. Shuggy, Herman Cain. Herman Cain's, oh yeah.
John actually hates Moses, though.
Moses, he's aight.
Except that he's Jewish, right?
Yeah, that's the down part of the downside.
Yeah, I said Herschel Walker, right? Not Herbert Walker.
Yeah, we said Herschel.
Okay.
We could have gaslighted him there.
Yeah, but while Trump is in the positives right now, Elon Musk is getting a lot of negative publicity.
Oh yeah, he's a Nazi.
The H-1B. Oh, the Nazi.
Yeah, do you want to cover that?
No, not the H-1B.
Pull up that clip. It's right over there.
The Nazi.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to this clip.
Oligarchs.
There's Hassan Piker.
Oh shit! You got the
Hassan Piker reaction.
Ooh,
Wait, hold
just
on.
do that. Dude.
Hassan's face is great.
Speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes
goes out to you.
Did he just Sig Heil?
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization. And I just want to.
Hilarious.
I mean, guys, I didn't know that when Elon was talking about getting rid of government waste, I didn't know he was talking about Jews.
Oh, the chat's going fine. I was just watching the chat. It was going really fast.
The ADL came out and defended Elon, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
Not
even the
usually,
ADL, they have been calling him an anti-Semite for years now because of he won't censor posts on X. But even they understand that this is not the hill to die on. They understand how stupid it is. Yeah, because let's be clear. If you watch the full video, he makes it very clear that that the gesture he's doing is having his heart go out to the crowd. Like he has his hand on his chest, which is not. Yeah, look, Bono does this too. He's mimicking Bono.
Bono's also a Nazi. What is that? Bono's a little more suspect. He did
doubled.
twice. Yeah, he really doubled down on
That was a
it.
Sikh seed.
Yeah.
Hail, hail. That was a 1488 right there.
Hip, hip.
Yeah, AOC even did it.
Yeah, AOC is also a Nazi.
Let me have a controversial take on here. I'm not saying I really believe this, but
go ahead.
do you think maybe he really did do that on purpose and with plausible deniability?
So
Some people are saying that.
That's another Dave Portnoy take. He was like the same thing. I think I was watching of him. He's like,
some people are saying
if
that
there was ever a moment you just won, now's the time to tell the world. Hey, by the way, I really am a Nazi. What are you gonna do now?
Like if I was Elon Musk, I would have done that. I would have done it exactly like that too, and then I'd been like, "What? I was just fucking autistic. I'm so sorry." Not even just because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, it is funny, and yeah, AOC also a Nazi.
But yeah, I think the real interesting part of this is that how quickly everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up" to the media. Like that's a big change.
Yeah, no, and those I think that's a collection of obviously the MAGA people that have been there from the beginning, but those newfound people that I was talking about that are now it's like, all right, it's okay. I'm over it. I am a Trump supporter.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work anymore.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys hear about that one prank that just happened? So some activists they went to a Tesla factory or whatever and put up a picture of of Elon sig hailing or trying to make him look like he's sig hailing and put hail in front of Tesla.
I'll give it to him though. That's a good-hearted meme. That's a good prank. Nobody's getting hurt. That's a good.
I mean, I would say if they were trying to make him look bad, I would say they failed. That was cool.
I might go buy a Tesla.
Yeah, so he can crash you into a small family of 4 people, and while you're on autopilot asleep.
That was an interesting addition to that story, Mihai. What are you thinking about right now?
I'm thinking about how I don't trust Tesla autopilot.
Yeah, another thing they're trying to do is promote the Elon challenge. I think it's it's a social media trend. It's basically liberals saying challenging conservatives to do that, to do what Elon did at work.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm at work.
Here for it.
I'm at work. Pull me up.
If it wasn't a schmatzy salute, do it.
Okay.
My heart goes out to you.
You too, lady. Oh, everybody.
My heart, it goes out to you. Thank you. Thank you.
If it wasn't a schmatzy salute, do it.
My heart goes out to you. My heart, it goes out to you. Thank you. Thank you.
If it wasn't a...
Yeah,
my heart goes out to Germany circa 19th. No, okay, I'm kidding.
No, you can find probably a picture of, I'm sure I could find 100 pictures of John in previous
Dr.
videos
Tetanus,
with
Elon was just
arm in
wondering
there.
if he could get some juice.
Dog, you can find a black and white picture of me from Berlin doing that.
Yeah, I'll find a picture of you building the pyramid.
Don't look at those crowd photos too hard. You might find a time traveler.
I'll find a picture of you building the pyramids.
Dr. Tetanus. I'll pull that back up. Sorry.
It really was white people that built the pyramids. It
really,
John Ward the whole time.
I did it. I'll tell you how it was done later here in a minute. Pull that Dr. Tetanus if you can.
Was it sound technology?
It was a super chat. Oh, there you go. Elon was just wondering if you could get some juice while also asking if you had seen Kyle.
Oh, I get it.
I missed that
I
first.
get it. I understand. I was trying to figure out who Kyle was. I have not seen Kyle. That makes sense. That makes sense. I see. Well, Biden flies away. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
That was a great photograph. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That really was quite a good
I was watching the Daily Wire of all people. Like they had a live stream going on during the inauguration, but they had a cool setup. Biden's helicopter literally flew behind them, and they all.
How was the matzah?
They turned around and waved. It was good. They were pulling apart the bread as he flew away. Yeah.
Did they find that little toy in there or whatever the fuck it is they put in there in the bread?
No, they were blowing the goat horn by the time.
Goat horn.
Yeah. And then they say that.
What Hebrew letter did your dreidel land on while you were watching the Daily Wire?
X.
X. Mine spelled Yahweh.
Yahweh.
I'm the only one laughing, but it is funny, so I'm going to keep laughing.
Apparently, the post that we had of Biden flying away got taken down.
Oh,
damn.
Well, let's talk about the God King then instead.
The God King.
Okay.
The God King.
Xerxes?
No.
Scissor me?
Oh
shit.
Baron Trump pulling an absolute.
There's so much that's happened, dude.
Power move on freaking Kamala and Biden.
Just rolls in like 9 feet tall. Jesus, he's gigantic.
What do you think he said?
Hey, my dad kicked your ass.
What do you think he said?
My dad kicked your husband's ass.
I don't know. He probably. Just
I have such
hello.
a fascination with Baron Trump, as do many people now. And I almost feel bad for the kid because he's just
fucking Octavian,
he's
bro.
just trying to be a kid, but he is the prince that was promised. Like I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, Trump attributed him for.
Isn't that Dune? Lisa no Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet. But yeah, Trump attributed Barron with the efforts to get the youth vote. Like he got him in touch with Ian Ross, I heard.
I saw, this is a different tag on this video, but the one I saw, the person said, Elon and I forget who that person will be the court jesters once Barron takes over the world.
Barron is the type of autist that doesn't like talking with other autists.
Jack, when you go out killing prostitutes, you ever seen Barron out there?
They cross paths like two ships at night.
I feel like you guys would have like a nice like friendly chat by a fire over something like that.
No, they're like two ships in the night. They just pass. not a word is said.
2 ships in the night.
Yeah.
That's the greatest comment you've made on the show so far.
You never heard that one.
Holy fuck. No, it's just so well used. 2 ships in the night.
No,
it just
literally.
gave me such a visual of this like black, hazy, fucking shitty street. Jack comes by. He's got a white fucking shirt on, blood up to the elbows.
He's got a carpet rolled up, and
Barron comes by. He's 19 feet tall, and they just kind of like nod at each other, like Putin's bodyguard and that Chinese bodyguard.
Yeah, a moment of acknowledgement, and then that's it.
Just keep going. They just got like a fucking trash bag over their shoulder. Where did you get that overnight bag? You guys haven't seen this fucking show that our whole show is based off, have you? American Psycho?
I've seen it. There's going to be a reboot. Did you hear that?
Yes,
There's going to be a
terrible.
new one.
I've only watched Bates.
Terrible.
I've only seen Bates Motel.
Terrible. Here's a fun fact about American
That's not even
Psycho.
from the same.
I haven't even seen
Every scene in American Psycho that Willem Dafoe is in, the detective, right? They had him shoot it the whole scene 3 different ways. The first
I
way,
heard this.
like first way, like he's oblivious and retarded. The second way, like
And then
he's
he knows.
suspicious, and the third way, like he knows. And then they use different clips. So if you watch that, like Willem Dafoe's kind of all fucking over the place, and that's why it's kind of actually cool.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway,
back to the God King.
I have to return some videotapes. Melania's hat too. That was the whole thing. Hey, fucking Hulk Hogan's.
It's not in this video, but there's a really cool moment because they introduced the whole family, and Barron got the loudest pop. And during the stream, you could see Don Jr. kind of have this moment like, huh, okay. And then he was like, actually, I'm really...
Well, so this is, I saw on to what you're talking about. So, when Alexander the Great became king, his father was Philip of Macedon. Philip's really the one who built up the whole army and all this shit, but his mother was also from a very highborn family. And very likely his mother had the father assassinated. so that her son could become the king. Well, is that not unlike so Barron is Melania's son, but Trump Jr. and Eric are not. And so is it like a little Game of Thronesy, like Melania is maneuvering to make sure that Barron becomes the heir?
Literally, you could go literally Game of Thrones because Cersei was trying to put her son in power.
I think there is a little bit of that going on right now.
Yeah, but Cersei lost all of her kids.
Well, it's not
So I
really
hope it-
fucking. There's a dragon. Jack, don't worry, Jack. No dragons are going to show up, okay?
Unless Peter
You know,
Thiel buys
I
one.
went back last night to the House of Black and White, okay, and no faceless men were coming, so I think we're going to be
No
okay.
dragons, but there is 7-foot men.
Holy fuck, that's great. It's like that
So
scene in
funny.
Signs.
Yeah.
The alien appears for the first time. Holy shit. No, yeah, so I mean, that's one of the very interesting things to watch over the next 4 years. I think there is a genuine power struggle within the Trump family of you know, I think in 2016, everyone was saying Don Jr.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially after his speech at the RNC.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Dr. Tetanus, I found America a city of bricks. I'll leave it a city of marble. Barron Trump, probably. Nice.
Have you ever looked into the Barron Trump time traveler theory? Or whatever?
Oh my God, there's all kinds of shit, dude. You're talking about Ingersoll Lockwood or whatever?
Yeah, there's a book like what the Adventures of Barron Trump.
Pull that up.
I'll work on it.
It's Ingersoll, Inger.
Yeah, I'll spell that one.
Lockwood. Yeah, that shit's real, dude. That was part of the meme magic back in 2016.
Yeah, the Barron Trump collection here.
This is a real book.
Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
right.
From 1892.
1892.
What's it even about?
Fucking the God Emperor, bro. I don't know. Click on that. Should we try to find out?
Book overview.
Where's this? Barron Trump's remained obscure work until 2017 when it received media attention for perceived similarities between his protagonist and U.S. President Donald Trump. The novel recounts the adventures of the German boy Wilhelm Heinrich Sebastian von Trump, who goes by Barron Trump, as he discovers weird underground civilizations, offends the natives, flees from his entanglements with local women, and repeats this pattern until arriving back home at Castle Trump. 1892. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's funny. And then but the whole
His
theory.
engagements with women.
You guys know the whole Pepe Chatelet thing, right? So you know the green Pepe frog.
Yeah.
Will you pull up? Will you Google?
Well, hold on. But
there's all kinds of these things.
For the sake of the people watching, explain that the theory comes from Nikola Tesla's patents were all.
Oh,
fake.
so yeah, so when Tesla died, the government sent a high energy physicist to study his documents, and the man that they chose was John. I think his name was John Trump, Donald Trump's uncle. So Donald Trump's uncle was literally the guy that got to go over all of Tesla's documents and shit, and supposedly he reported back to the government that there wasn't anything interesting in there. The fucking meme comes in where what he really found plans to make a time machine and gave it to Trump, who used the time machine to create all this meme magic. And I mean, there's enough fucking evidence for it that you can't just fucking... It might have happened. It might have happened. So Tesla might have invented a time machine. Yeah, so that's Pepe the Frog, but look up Pepe and then Chatelet. Do you know that fucking meme? That's like not really used a whole lot anymore. Shadilay. Is it a picture of a record?
Yeah.
Pull that up. So that is this... People realized after the whole Pepe Frog was being used that there's this album called Chatelet, and the band is called Pepe, and there's a picture of a green frog on it.
With an American flag.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was originally there. I think the original one is the one to the left. No, the upper left one. I think that's the original one. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, and it's
by Pepe.
Point emerging, probably entering. Pepe.
So Chatelet was a big 2016. Everybody would say Chatelet to each other. If you didn't know where that meme came from.
No, I never even heard of such thing.
Yeah, well, you don't really see it anymore.
I remember Pepe. Why don't you see Pepe anymore is my question.
Because it was effective.
Yeah, just on more obscure circles.
I think they've been pushing Pepe more towards the Groypers and Nick Fuentes, who I believe is controlled opposition, and they're trying to make it bad. They're trying to make people not want to use Pepes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a theory. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, they've been trying to do that for ages now. Just try to say that's primarily an alt-right frog.
Yeah, and I think the actual cartoonist who created that is like a super leftist guy. His name's Matt.
Yeah, there's an entire documentary of him like whining about how people are using it for things he doesn't like. He tried killing Pepe, but people are just like, okay, fuck you. We're still going to use it.
It's a banger of a song even now. We should play that song, although we'll get copyrighted. But
I just remember having this moment watching the inauguration where I was like, imagine being Barron Trump. There was a moment where Jeff Bezos, Barron was sitting in front of him, and Jeff Bezos tapped him on the shoulder to personally like, hey, I want to say hi. Like, how are you doing? Shook his hand. Imagine being 18 years old and having the third, whatever he is, richest man in the world come up to you to say hi. Like, how does that not go to your head? How do you not become a complete sociopath?
it's a great point, honestly. I got to believe people like at the level of Donald Trump's children are literally trained to deal with that kind of thing from birth. They must be.
That's the lifestyle they live in. I guess going to those fancy parties with the fancy teacups.
Even just being that rich, like if Trump wasn't president, I'm sure he'd still get trained in like how to deal with, people are going to do this, people are going to do that. You got to fucking do this.
What's funny is Don Jr. was like the fuck up of the family for a while, right? Where he was like the drunk, like
I think
college
so.
frat kid that was partying all the time or whatever. Here's another one.
Just keep going.
It keeps getting bigger.
Bigger and bigger. Matthew Rice, yes, we pulled up the Zuck looking at the titties already. We did watch that already. The Red Baron, men want to be him, women want to be with him. I'll add that leather pants want to be on him.
It's hilarious.
Little 80s hairband Baron Trump, how about it?
Imagine being Baron Trump's friend, like just a normal kid.
I doubt he has any like real friends.
You don't think so?
Like
Just
how could
people
you
who suck up to him?
You don't think he plays like basketball?
He was the
There's
president.
no way this kid doesn't play basketball.
He's probably not good, dude.
He's probably not good, but there's no way he's not a starter with how freaking tall he is.
He's a starter at world domination, not fucking Neil
He's too
Ball.
busy playing Civ 6. He can't be playing basketball.
He wakes up, they have him playing fucking like StarCraft and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, you got to fucking know this stuff, buddy.
He's still playing Age of Empires.
Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Everyone conquering every empire one at a time.
Yeah.
And then they just like hand him an iPad that has like controlling the world, and he just plays on that in real life. That's what they're grooming him for.
Yeah.
Are we in Ender's Game, but it's Baron's game? He's gonna like fucking sacrifice us all in some battle.
Baron Trump has a iPad where he controls all our oil levels and input and export.
Build a town hall in New York. Let's get some farms going. Let's get some resources.
Oh, 200 coins. We don't have that. Thought I was going to be able to rush this build.
It's fucking really funny, dude. Oh, man. Zappy would never be caught playing netball.
So, is there a Baron coin?
So, I don't know if there is or not.
No, there is a Trump coin, a Trump-specific coin.
Is the heat off?
I think it's the bathroom, fam.
Would you want to check?
I don't.
Sorry.
Wait,
sorry.
Steve, it's me. Steve, it's me.
Oh, it might be Jack. No, I think it's in there.
No, it's not. It's not Jack. I don't mean to throw names and people under the bus, and he very may well be watching right now. But
it was that. Yeah, shit.
A certain Doofenshmirtz may or may not have invested all the money that he and I, well, his cut of the money that we made over the past 2 weeks cleaning out this hoarder house that we've been talking about. He may or may not have put all that money into Melania coin, only to watch it drop the next day and
Why Melania?
lose all the money that he had.
Why do you do Melania?
I don't know. Dude, he didn't, I didn't hear from him for like 2 days. And all of a sudden I was like, dude, where you been? He's like, I'm sorry, man. I've had to go to like all these different gas stations and put my money into Bitcoin. And then I got to take that Bitcoin and I got to buy Melania coin with it. It's been such a hassle. And then the next day he texts me, he's like, I fucking lost it. Like, this is why you don't invest in meme coins. Meme coins. The name that is in the name, meme coin. Do not trust a
you
meme
see a
coin.
news article on like CNN that's like the Melania coin's blowing up, then that it's too late.
Yeah, if you know about it, it's probably too late.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb.
Mhm.
That is a great rule of thumb. I might now that Trump coins come back down to about half the top. I'm thinking about buying if it holds stable.
But what's the value? There's no like backing behind it other than Donald Trump as a personality.
I mean, it's you buy shit because you think other people are going to buy it. That seems to drive the value of everything.
Yeah.
Like there is no value. It's just whatever people hype up. You try to buy it before it gets hyped.
Well, I don't know. $1 is worth one buckskin.
Let's see.
There's inherent value in that.
One buckskin.
Yeah.
I think we're at the bonus topics, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait. Theo Vaughn's chair broke. You want to talk about that? Because that's like there's like a feud going on over that.
They're just drumming up. That's the fucking Paul brothers and knowing how to work an audience. That chair thing was fake.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn said that they sabotaged it. They said that they broke it, and they're denying that.
It's just a way to keep their name in people's mouths.
Yeah, if I had to guess, it's probably just the Paul brothers being douchebags.
I think they're all in on it together.
Yeah, I think that might be true.
Did you see the video of Conor McGregor? Oh, fuck, the video got deleted, Jack.
All your links are getting
find it.
deleted, Jack.
I'll find it. It's the Theo Vaughn chair.
I think that was Mihai's leak to be
Yeah,
link,
it
to be
might
fair.
have been. Might have been. There we go.
Oh, it happened. It happened. I said it would. We gotta see here. We gotta see here. I got it on video here.
I had to interrupt the
It
entire.
actually happened. Kamala's hair.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't hear that. I guess it makes sense that you wouldn't hear that, but I don't know. I didn't notice there was like a commotion like that going on.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn's a good guy. Like I would say, in terms of interviewers, he's one of the most genuine people I see, and that's why he gets like a lot of big names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have some funny bonus topics that let's see.
Did you see
Healthcare
this one?
worker dances on disabled patient's head. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Did you
What's
see-
this about Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Hands on Pam. Yo, that's crazy. That's my mom.
Couple best friends.
So what it was Jake Paul, Logan Paul sitting in front of Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor sitting next to their mom, and Theo Vaughn going, "Hey man, keep your hands off Pam," and then that's their mom. Which is funny. The whole thing is they've been trying to hype up a fight between one of those two
Like a
brothers
Miller Lite. It's the only thing. It's literally the only
and
drink you
Conor
have.
for a while, but I don't think it would ever happen. There's no upside for Conor. He's got so much money already. What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go to the bonus topic though if you want.
Yeah, but John, here's one that you might find interesting. Healthcare worker dances on disabled patient's head.
Yeah, I want to see it. You're right. I find it interesting.
Oh no, did they delete that?
They deleted it.
Shit.
Describe it. Describe it to us,
Yeah.
Jack.
So there was this nurse that was just in a viral video, like I described, just dancing and twerking on a disabled guy's head, like she was just twerking. Imagine a guy twerking on it.
I like how your description was just rereading the title.
I think I got the picture.
Yeah, but try this. NYC woman caught throwing frogs into NYC lake.
Oh, I saw that. Why did I see this?
Oh, I want to see. Let me see. You're throwing them in the lake.
It's a bullfrog.
All right. What you got? Oh, wow.
Is this a crime?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, why is she doing that?
Where do frogs belong?
I don't know, but I think so bullfrogs, I believe, are native to where she was. So I don't really honestly know what the big deal was there. I have no idea what the fuck she was doing.
Yeah, the better question is why did she have a bag of frogs in the first place?
She just seems like a crazy ass fucking lady. Who knows? What
Are they those gay frogs that we hear about?
The
that
gay
Alex Jones
frogs.
goes on about. Is he trying to?
I'm picturing more so like Ted 2. No, the first Ted when they party with Flash Gordon and he punched through the wall in the neighbor's apartment. You know what I'm talking about?
I've never seen that.
Based off your look, you don't. You never seen Ted? Ted's a great movie, hilarious, actually funny. But they party with Flash Gordon at one point. They do a bunch of cocaine with him, and Flash Gordon punched through the wall. next door neighbor's Asian. Asian man's in the middle of cooking a duck. The duck then comes over and fights Ted.
Oh.
But it's a whole debacle. That's what I can only assume. She was probably planning on cooking those and then wasn't going to get around to it, so she might as well just throw them back.
So, someone said eating frog legs. Like, it really might have, she might be like trying to breed fucking frogs for her food supply or something. I don't know. Maybe she's a vegan Chinese lady. She rescued them from a restaurant.
Yeah. Also, Mihai, I added a new link for that first story that works.
Oh, okay.
You want to pull that up?
I'm curious what the horror wars is, too.
No, I don't. I mean, I didn't like verify this, but I don't think those frogs are bad.
Healthcare worker that's dancing on top of her patients is not what it is. Trust and believe. All I gotta say for now is angles play a big part, but we're gonna get into that another time. Okay? A lot of people in the comments talking about sex.
I don't. I don't need to hear her talk.
I nailed that impression, didn't I?
It was, yeah. I mean, it was pretty. It's exactly what I had in my head, to be honest.
Same thought process as the frog lady, in my opinion. Just I don't try to fucking dissect and analyze crazy people.
But John, do you think she has a point?
Oh,
do you think she has a point? Should lap dances be healthcare?
It's an argument to be made, I'd say.
Yeah. You could if you put on a straight enough face and like had the right buzzwords included, you could present that to a group of liberals and get them to agree with you.
If I don't get lap dance, if I don't get a state-appointed lap dance from a nurse, I'll kill myself. Is that what you want? that works for trans surgeries. That works for trans shit. Why wouldn't it work for that?
I don't. There's so many weird. I can't even wrap my brain around either of those two scenarios. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's the return of our favorite e-celeb.
Bonnie Blue, 25, has accused her former friend and fellow OnlyFans model Lily Phillips, 23, allegedly stealing her idea to attempt to record a record-breaking marathon of sleeping with 1,000 men in 24 hours. However, Bonnie beat Lily to it recently by claiming to have sex with 1,057 men in 12 hours. Oh.
Yeah, we reported on her.
Do you have the
or at least one of them first.
Do you have the link to that video in the doc, Jack?
Which video?
The 1,057.
Jack, did you hear what he said?
That was from a previous show, right?
Do you hear what he said, Jack?
The 1,000. Oh, her video of that.
Do you want to unautistically process what he's saying to you and say, no, we don't need to pull that video up?
Oh, wait, real quick.
Oh, we don't need to pull it up. I don't think we had it in the first place. That's why I was looking for it.
We gotta get to this topic.
Oh, let me find that real quick. Yeah, let's pull that up.
We gotta get to this topic before the show. And John, this is you. So
what's a new topic?
I'm gonna let you take it away.
Oh my God, my favorite person. Yeah, John McAfee's Twitter tweeted this not too long ago. John's account has not been hacked. This is the real deal. More information forthcoming. John McAfee, world famous for having sex with whales, supposedly being buried with the entire sewer system of Washington, D.C. being funneled straight into his mouth. You know that story?
No.
He wanted to be buried so that everyone in D.C. shit in his mouth for the rest of eternity. He's fucking crazy. Do you know the whale thing? Like he fucks.
No, I didn't know that.
You could pull up John McAfee fucks whales. Williams channel. That's a lot of. So this could be trolling. It could not. But he literally like ranted on his Twitter constantly about how great it was to fuck. I shit you not. I'm not like you're not mishearing me. To have sex with whales. He would go free diving and try to fuck a whale. Did this come up?
Enough of the whale fucking is non-consensual. Bullshit. A humpback whale weighs 70,000 pounds, is 50 feet long, can dive more than a quarter mile, and can crush ships with a single swipe of its tail. If a human managed to fuck one, you damn well better believe it's potential.
This was the whole thing. You know this? No. Yeah, he would constantly talk about this.
Try to join a secret Maori whale fucking club, but the discrimination against elderly bearded
Tagalog-speaking white men, which was rampant in New Zealand, caused them to mistake me for a well-known tech personality. Tried on my own and failed. I can't believe you guys didn't know this about him. Oh my God.
No, the most.
Oh, he has like 1,000 tweets about fucking whales.
The extent of my knowledge to him is that he had his own like personal meth lab.
Oh, well, pull up the John McAfee "shit in my mouth for eternity" or something like that.
You got the wrong message from Free Willy. He wants to fuck Willy.
NBC whales call John McAfee the dolphin of humans. The chicken of the land. Is it coming up?
There's a lot of different stories involved with him and eating shit.
I'm fucking crying, dude.
I'm not even joking.
He was a one-of-a-kind dude. Let's leave it at that.
Just don't pull up the videos.
I'm not even joking, though.
Just a fucking crazy life. I'm pretty sure, so, yeah, I don't know if you guys, if it was this way. Oh, there's Portnoy. He's fucking smoking a bubbler.
What a preposterous
With
man.
like $3 sound panels behind him from Amazon. Wait, go back to that real quick. Is that still up? That's like the cheap ones I fucking bought. Let's scroll down.
Oh shit, wrong one. There we go.
Yeah, those are like the cheapest sound panels you can buy. They're not even lined up right. He just like glued them on while he was high. Was so tweeting about fucking whales. Yeah, he's insane. He's a genius, though. I mean, you can't deny it. Juan Ramirez, John McAfee won the conversation of, quote, if you had $1 million, ...
Yeah, just a larger than life guy. I'm sad he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Or
like,
at least allegedly.
So I think what John McAfee did, I was starting to say, back when computers were invented, which you guys probably don't remember, so there was a big McAfee antivirus that was like what everyone used. So he sold this antivirus. It was on every Windows fucking computer. I'm pretty sure he was spying on people. And so he collected dirt on he was like the first, he was like fucking J. Edgar Hoover, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so he was able to then live like a madman because he had dirt on everybody. And then he still went too crazy. They finally cut it. Like, no,
like, we got to do
no
something.
more whale fucking, McAfee. We're putting you down, bro.
This is him from Shane Gillis's podcast.
There's one rumor about you where people were dumping on you through hammocks.
Yeah.
Is that true?
A sexual thing? A sexual thing?
Yeah, where people were taking shits on you.
A sexual thing, right?
Yeah, sexual dumps, not like just like
not like gross
sanitation.
dumps.
What the fuck? Business.
It's a rumor. I just wanted to ask.
No, I'm saying,
I think it's
who
cool.
cares? What
I
the
think it's
fuck
awesome.
business is it if anybody's? If it's
True.
a sexual thing, good God. Did I ask you about your sexual life?
Yes,
I mean,
almost
have
immediately.
you ever
Literally
yes.
immediately.
Have you
Ask me
ever
about it.
licked an asshole?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
have you sodomized another human being?
Yes.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm pretty excited about it.
Pretty excited.
I like it.
None of your fucking business what I do in bed.
Nah, we
I
just
promise
got
you.
chat.
I promise you, if we were to divulge me and my present and past wives, girlfriends, and associates, the truth of our sexual relationship, it would make that sound so fucking kindergarten.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. You're talking about you've got.
We started the show too late. We could have had him as a guest if we started earlier.
Oh my God, I would have loved to talk to that guy, man. Oh, he's fucking crazy, but he's just undeniably a genius. Like, he's got both. So what do? You just got to accept him as he is. His fucking shit-eating whale fucking ways.
Everything about him.
No, I don't like any ism. Good God Almighty.
What about cryptoism?
If the only ism, there's only one ism. There's only one, and that is
racism.
I wish that was. I mean, that would explain the arguments that I have with my wife.
That's why it's black.
No. Individualism, people. There is no other ism. It's you. Your life. And so I got arrested.
I like it was like worth like $50 million, and he's on like a fucking 1984 fucking webcam.
What's your plan?
What's your plan?
Domination.
Yeah, what's your plan? What are you after right now? What's your goal?
Oh, yeah. So I met Janice. Okay,
right.
Fuck me, that's the issue. I met Janice. So Janice and I, since we met in December, she was a working girl.
You
And
about to do
I
some
was
coke?
Where'd she work?
A man of, huh?
He just licked his.
Where
Is he
did
gonna
she work?
fucking
Like
bump a
Home
line
Depot?
right now?
On the streets.
Lowe's?
Working girl. Met Janice.
You see that when he
So
licked his
Janice
hand?
and I,
Yeah.
since we met in December,
Grab something. Look.
she was a
He's
working
pointing out how
girl.
he is.
She was a
And
working
I
girl.
was
Where'd she work?
a man of, huh?
Where did she work? Like
Pebbles?
Home Depot?
On the streets.
Lowe's?
A working girl. A
Oh,
working
she was
I'm
like
not
a
familiar
street
with the
performer,
term.
like a mime, like a mime.
The silver robot.
No, like a. Tell me what word to use, baby. They're stupid.
I'm not sure what they're talking about.
A
Like a hard
prostitute?
working girl.
A prostitute. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So now,
Oh.
I highly recommend.
I like his shtick of moving into the camera to make a point. Like, oh,
I like how he's got an IQ of like 150, and he's like, "What's the word you use for what you've done, honey?"
I'm sorry.
Oh, prostitute.
People are stupid.
It's got to be boring to be that smart.
No, I do highly recommend. You would get kicked out of watching that whole interview with Shane Gillis and him.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
It is hilarious.
He was also supposedly those Rusty Shackelford videos of Epstein Island. If you guys know about that, that was supposedly McAfee. He was living on a boat out in the Caribbean, and then these videos appeared on this YouTube channel called Rusty Shackelford of Epstein's Island. But they were like really high quality drone videos, and like, who the fuck did this?
I think I can tie this all together.
Go ahead.
I got to play one more video of him though.
well, I mean, they don't do accounting.
I mean, what do they know? What kind of are they good at? Like, what's that karate they do? It's
Krav Maga or whatever.
Okay, people, you watch too much television.
I
If,
don't know.
in fact, you are in a situation where you've got to use karate,
Did he just bump it right there?
then number one, you're incompetent. Or number two, your enemy's incompetent for not having killed you already. Do you understand? Nobody ever gets to that point. Why? We have things like firearms capable of whacking a person 2 miles away while the person's moving.
Yeah, but what?
Well, I mean, they don't.
I was misled. The title of that was him talking about IDF. I don't think he talked about IDF once in there, but it is 8 o'clock. So do you want to wrap this up?
I do got to get going here in a little bit. Yeah, I got to get going pretty quick. But you guys can keep going if you want, or we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we still have a couple more topics. Oh wait, do you guys want to talk about what I think is going to win?
Did you hear
Best
what we
Picture
just
at the
fucking said,
Oscars?
Jack?
Huh?
Did you hear us? I got to go, man.
Okay, yeah, we can go. We can keep going, though, Mihai, right?
One more topic, and let's wrap it up.
All right, one more. Let's do it.
Okay, so I think that this is going to win the Best Picture at the Oscars. It's under me. Potential Best Oscar winner, Mihai. Yeah, so a lot of people shit on Wicked for being the most woke movie to come out in 2024. That's not true. I can understand if people don't like musicals, but in terms of worst movie of the year, or most woke movie of the year, that goes to Emilia Perez, this movie, because it's not only a musical, but it's also just complete shit. Like, play it.
I don't know. Why not? Why not end on this?
No, go down a bit more. It's in Spanish. You know, this is a drug cartel mob boss, and he wants to be trans.
¿O quiere cambiar de sexo?
¿Cuál es la diferencia?
Pues yo soy abogada, señor Del Monte. Yo no soy cirujana.
Para eso acabo de contratarla. Para encontrar uno bueno.
Pero, señor Del Monte, eso puede durar años. Eso no se hace así de la nada.
Empecé el tratamiento hace 2 años. Tuve que buscar un lugar seguro para el reseteo. Lejos.
Yeah, you guys are the best part.
Hello, very nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change.
Wait, what? What's happening
Is
right
it
now?
musical now?
What the fuck's happening?
Wait, is it musical?
Man to woman.
Yeah.
For me,
What the fuck is happening? You will live to witness man-made horrors beyond your comprehension, said Nikola Tesla.
This is going to win the Oscars. Do you know how many nominations for awards this has at the Oscars?
I bet a lot.
13. 13.
Oh, it's the
Denis Villeneuve, director of Dune. He said that this was the best movie to come out in 2024. Do you believe him?
Yeah.
Do you believe him?
I believe he's being serious. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. This movie suck dick. Literally.
Yeah, it does suck. It does suck, but it's going to win because Hollywood wants to make a statement at the Oscars.
That's one of the craziest fucking things I've seen in a long time, dude. I've seen some crazy fucking shit.
I'm going to go home tonight and watch Fiddler on the Roof out of protest.
I'm going to go watch 300.
I'm going to go watch a real musical. If I was a rich man.
Yo, like if you know the scene in Clockwork Orange where Malcolm McDowell at the end has his eyes fucking held open by the machine and he has to watch that shit?
Yeah, he gets tortured.
Understood about 2 words you said there.
Well, you're uncultured.
Orange and eyes.
Clockwork.
You never seen Clockwork Orange?
You haven't seen Clockwork Orange?
No.
Oh, it's a great movie. You gotta see it, man.
It's disappointing. That's our first
Yeah,
movie.
but I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, I don't know what the point now. I threw me off, but that's how I felt right there, I think. Like
just being subjected to torture.
Like if you wanted to drive any person that lived before the year 2020 insane instantly, you could play them that video and it probably would work. Maybe like 2010.
Imagine bringing a guy from the 1800s and making him watch that video.
They just like stare at it like they're a fucking robot on Westworld. I don't see anything at all.
Yeah, and that's just a small part. That's just a small part of Amelia Perez. That's not even the entire.
Yeah, you
movie.
hear these stories, Jack,
movie.
but like I don't usually actually go watch the crazy shit. I just accept like I don't need to go see that. But that was fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm a movie
Like they had a chorus going where they were doing vaginoplasty. Like they had like a nurse and she's like, yes, vaginoplasty. And yes. Then there's like, vaginoplasty. Yes. Vaginoplasty.
Yes.
Yes. Why weren't they saying C? It was Spanish. What the fuck? They sing in English? I'm just realizing.
When did it switch to English? That's a good point.
And you're telling me Spanish for vaginoplasty is still just vaginoplasty? No, it's vaginoplastio.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie. But
Jack,
that's just who I am. I watch bad movies. I watch good movies.
Here's the word for that clip, Jack. It's ineffable. We brought that word up. There's no fucking words for what that was. And the word for no words for something is ineffable. It was an ineffable video. Holy shit. That was... I need to go take a shower.
On that note, should we wrap it up now?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Probably.
All righty, Jack. Why don't you go ahead and say your goodbyes then and plug what you want to plug.
Right. I'm going to try to have a video out in the next few days, so so look out for it. KinoFlex. Have a good night, y'all.
Hey, Jack, you coming back or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to come back. It's just I have to schedule shit.
You coming back this month like you promised?
I'll have to see. It's not to me.
That means no in Jack. In the language of Jack, that means no.
I'll try.
We'll get you back.
Is it a matter of getting a ride?
You just need a ride? We need to come pick you up?
No, you guys don't need to pick
like
me up.
Harry
It's just,
Potter?
Just start walking, Jack.
It could
not
be
that
like,
far.
It could be like Harry Potter. We'll like show up out your window in the middle of the night. And
Have a little
jump in the car and run away.
Forrest Gump scene, like when he runs across the country. Like you'll show up here 3 months later with like a huge beard and shit.
I'd freeze to death. I could do that in hot weather.
Not if you're
but I
running.
couldn't do that
Not
in
if you're
cold
running, you
weather.
won't. If you just run nonstop for like 17 days, you'll get here.
Okay.
All right, we'll figure out how to get Jack back. Yeah, I was on the show today. I'm John Ward, I guess. I've been really sick. I haven't done anything for like a week. Sorry about that.
It's Jack like a period.
I'm
That's crazy.
I kind of have my voice back, so maybe a day or two. But yeah, so we got content coming. Reminder that Ciderhaus has its own channel. Please go subscribe. At 500 subscribers, we can hit you guys all up with all kinds of like unique colors and fun shit like for free. You don't have to be a member or anything like that. But it needs 500 subscribers. See, like you see on the top above my head, Ciderhaus Show on YouTube and Twitter. So we would appreciate that. Zeb hit me up earlier. We're going to get some of you 3CC guys back on the show. I just reached out to Mojack, who I saw in the chat. We're going to get that booted back up, I believe. Got to still drag his ass out of the woods, whatever you're doing, if you're still out there, Mojack. And then, man, anything else to plug studio center wise? Not yet, I don't think. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, Mia, go ahead and pull yourself up.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, that is correct. I bet you that Mojack has gotten himself a fair few bucks, and I mean dollars.
Got a few dollars.
Yep.
He was actually hunting bears, I think. Well, he's
yeah.
probably hunting everything now.
Like Davy Crockett.
He's gonna come back and wear a full bear suit.
I'm suspicious that he didn't actually just walk in wearing a bear suit, that he might not have gotten one, but we'll find out.
True. But until next time, I want to thank you all for joining. And like John said, if you could subscribe to Ciderhaus, we would greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much, very, very much. I will see you next Tuesday, so long as my basement does not flood again.
Oh, shit.
Till then, Godspeed, everybody. You take care.